Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the BuzzBoys Podcast. And this week, I'm joined by a spicy boy.
Black Bolt.
Oh.
Spoiler?
I'm joined by... Oh, I was going to say another one. I was good. You guys all know. Mitz. M-E-T-T.
Mitch.
Jonathan.
Jobu Tapaki.
Oh,
I was actually trying to remember that name.
Evelyn behind the
I think I
camera.
said it wrong.
Jobu Tapaki.
Evelyn behind the camera.
Oh, you're Evelyn?
Yeah.
Which one?
Evelyn?
I'll be
Alpha?
Raymond.
Or, I
So you
mean...
can bomb.
Wayman.
Oh,
Wayman.
yeah.
I like how
Alright.
his
But anyways, we are opening some Brilliant Stars.
Oh, yeah, focus.
Double Brilliant Stars. We got a Charizard over there. We got a Arceus
Arceus
over here. Let's get into it.
I was tempted to find some shining face.
Oh,
Suck that blue noodle.
Can I have one, please, Bubber? Please, one.
What's the last time?
Only if you put your shoes on the other
No,
feet.
eat it. I don't want it.
It's too late. Your hands are
Only if you
touched
sit
it.
on this mic.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, black borders. Nah, white borders.
What the fuck? Okay.
oh, Diamond Hands, you're getting a Charizard.
Okay.
Whoa.
Can you imagine?
Put it over the
I'll
table.
scream.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna go electric.
Dark.
Oh, Electric called it. Nice. It's been a while since we called it, honestly. We've been off lately. Alright, let's see it over the table. Let's see it.
Friends of the Galar.
Okay, come on. Give us something good,
Someone shove a trophy in my hoop.
Ooh, Bidoof.
Oh.
Okay.
What's happening?
Let's see.
No, wait, here. I'll do mine first.
Wait.
You're doing it. Oh,
I
Cynthia!
got a Goral.
Cynthia.
But that reverse
The
hollow is hot,
second
though.
strongest
Yeah.
trainer.
What?
Second strongest trainer. She has no VMAXs, no megas.
Yeah.
None of
that special shit.
She's just
She's the
bad.
one.
Second,
This is the fourth gen.
She's the bad
What?
mama jamma.
second strongest after who? Red?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is actually good because what for news, the show's gonna do Ash and the top 8 trainers of all time, and they're gonna do a tournament, and she's number 2, and she's always been in
Number
that
2.
Alright, I want to say something. I
But-
hope Ash. I hope they don't make it to where Ash wins this.
Yeah.
For the sake
Yeah,
of the
no,
show.
I actually
Yeah.
want Cynthia to win.
Cause he
Like,
did.
if-
Because he did actually win the last league he was in, like for the show for once. But it's weird though because they finally gave him like a
Dude,
really good
let's
team,
go.
like type matching and stuff.
Because that's what
Dragonguard,
bothers me. Is he goes
Dragonites.
in with a bad team.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
like wills
Yeah,
his way to
bro.
win, and I hate that.
Yeah, no, because I think he actually has like a pretty good team. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, there's some time like he has a team that makes sense. Like he's not running in with just Pikachu
With like
and,
Heracross.
like
yeah.
yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, or like 3 bug types.
Like he
Yeah,
like he straight up has a Dragonite, a Lucario that can Mega Evolve, and
Yeah.
then
Dunfin.
Gengar
Hot.
that
That's
can
hot.
VMAX.
Yeah,
That's got a VMAX form. I'm trying to think
Pikachu
his-
that can VMAX.
And I'm trying to think of his other one.
I don't know if
he
he's got a
has.
Charizard.
No, he doesn't have a Charizard, but he has some water type.
So a little bit of Pokemon.
Tentacool.
news.
Tentacool.
That
Maybe,
is
yeah.
Tentacool.
that is something that
Tentacool.
is done. But yeah.
But
What a
alrighty,
freaking
you
win,
guys saw
dude.
it. We
Oh
got
my god.
Cynthia. Very
Oh my
well
god. Full-art
done.
trainer.
So, what does that make the score, lads? What does that
23?
make the scores?
No, wait, no.
No, 20.
No, it's only by one.
22.
24, 22, I think.
Yeah.
24,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
22?
that's right. Cause I won with that greasy full art.
Yeah,
I'm
taking the
literally gonna laugh if he
lead
pulls away
once
He's down
again.
like 20.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's like
Oh.
43. Dude,
Taking-
like I was losing
I'm gonna
like,
update the score.
15 weeks in a row.
Yeah. But alrighty, so that's gonna be it once again for our Pokemon segment. We have this beauty right there, 24, 22. That is the current standings.
Unreal
So we're at.
Yeah,
That's breaking away just a little bit.
I think you've pulled that before.
Yeah.
John, how do we
I think
feel about this breakaway? Just a small little breakaway lead.
Small breakaway. I think I might have to break out some Shining Fates maybe.
Oh, right.
I might have to pull out some fastballs.
Some good
I
ones.
feel like I'm gonna
Some
go through
classics.
a rough patch.
Oh,
Maybe Evolving Skies. Definitely not Fusion Strike. I
Fusion
hate
Strike.
Fusion Strike, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
wild.
Fusion Strike. Fusion
Almost
Strike
as much
sucks.
as Chilling Rain.
Oh, Chilling Pain.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Which one's worse, Fusion Strike or Chilling Pain?
Fusion Strike is pretty bad.
Dude, Fusion Strike sucks.
Because-
Like, I don't care about that
Because
stuff
at
all.
least Chilling Pain's got the gold fucking Snorlax.
Yeah, and
And
then
then
there's a couple cool
Altar
art.
Blaziken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a pretty decent amount of alt arts and like that one, but dude, Fusion Strike sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Like Fusion Psych.
Ooh,
Psych.
But
Good
alrighty, so that's gonna be it for our video Pokemon
Kinda.
segment here. Once again, that was
Cynthia Full Art
Cynthia
Trainer,
for
love
the
it.
We like.
But alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and
She's
end the
beautiful.
video part here.
Boop, bloop, beep, bloop,
Alright.
beep, bloop.
So keeping on
That's
the
pretty good.
subject of Pokemon, as we were talking about it. There we go. Earlier. So there is a new Gengar variant. We did talk about a bunch of other character variants last week involving Arceus, one of the trainers, the main trainers from Arceus, as well as the what's a version of the Growlithe there? What's it called? Not Alolan.
Hisuian.
Hisuian. The Hisuian Growlithe, as well as some of the other variants that we have on
Ooh,
there.
but also, I just found this as well, that they're gonna do a
Ooh,
Hisuian of that Pokemon. What's his
Let me
name?
see.
This guy. And he's gonna get a
Gold
secret
V-Star?
rare Gold V-Star.
Dude.
I forgot his name though, dude.
But he looks
What's his
really cool.
name?
Especially in the game when you see him,
Oh yeah, yeah.
his salad is just flowing so gracefully.
Is that like Zora or Sora?
Yeah, it's like Zorak or Zorad or yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a Gallade card coming out as well.
Really?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a V-Star.
That's hot.
Yeah,
I actually
so-
love the V-Stars. Shout out Pokemon with this new kind of line of cards. Usually, I kind of thought it was gonna be like a cash grab kind of thing. Here's a new thing, just like take it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
They got me.
taking it, and
Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah, they got me. But at first, I didn't really like it though.
At first, I didn't like it.
Because I was kind of like calling them out that I was like, all right, hey, this is totally a cash grab. I'm not going to buy in. But I actually love the way the cards look.
Yeah, no, especially the borders and everything.
Like I said, this Gengar one too is really nice. I really like the art on it. It's kind of cutesy. It's a little, he's with the campsite. He's cooking with everybody.
But
What
also...
a scary Pokemon card. Make it
Very
scary.
nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Something
Spook
creepy.
us?
It's like, yeah, give me a
Spook
spook
is
one.
just a bit.
Oh.
Ooh.
But yeah, no. Hopefully, next month, the Pokemon Go set is supposed to drop.
Or no, the
I'm happy to
Astral
talk
Radiance.
Oh, all right.
Astral Radiance.
And
drop
then
next
it's
month.
Pokemon Go set.
Yeah.
That set looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
That just looks like
Yeah,
a fun
that Pokemon Go set is fire, dude. Plus, they're going to do ETBs.
set. Yeah.
And then they're going to do a premium ETB.
So
just like
we
the
will-
ones that they did for the gold Charizard and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do gold cards, but they're going to do that big box
Yeah.
of just a bunch of good shit.
Big box.
Yeah.
Big.
So hopefully we'll change it up on some cards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Plus, we're going to get a lot of
But we
Mewtwo.
just love Brilliant Stars.
I know, dude.
And it's been good to us.
It's been great.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's true.
Because what was the Chilling Pain was
Chilling-
not good to
Yeah,
you.
Chilling
it's
Pain and
not.
Fusion Strike.
Yeah.
Fucking lost in the sauce on those ones.
Yeah.
Evolving
I do
Skies was
remember
good
that.
to us, too.
That was early
Yeah.
in my pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. That was cool.
But alrighty, so that's going to be it for our Pokemon segment. We're going to move on to our yay or nay bit, get into our new stuff. Kicking it off with some Moon Knight stuff. So, of course, if you haven't seen Moon Knight, this is going to be a spoiler for, the ending of it. I mean, it has been out for a week now, so what are you doing? Go watch it. Come check back in.
What are you doing?
But, so, Scarlet Scarab is going to be the new name and new official category of the, basically of this new hero that we're getting. So last week before, we finished recording the pod, they actually, I think after we finished recording the pod, they announced exactly the name of this. At the time, of course, Layla was not named and was not announced to be any sort of specific character. She had powers at this point, just that she's kind of new in the universe in the MCU. But afterwards, they officially announced that her official name and her official hero name, and kind of moniker is the Scarlet Scarab. So the Scarlet Scarab, of course, appeared originally in 1977 as Professor Abdul Faou. And then later he appeared in 1982. After that, the character kind of went dormant for quite a while. We haven't seen any new appearance of it. And so for those of you who don't know, the character in the comics can drain other characters' powers on contact. They have superhuman strength and durability, which they can lift up to 75 tons. They have mythical energy bursts, as well as the power of flight, which they can fly up to 350 to 400 miles per hour.
Fast.
So,
Good.
weirdly enough, clearly based on this first one, once again, we do see her powers that have included superhuman strength, durability, as well as superhuman speed, reflexes, and healing, and she has a sort of flight ability as well.
Superman.
So yeah, pretty much. I don't know. She's pretty OP, but now that we have an official, naming of this, the Scarlet Scarab. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about it? Yay or nay? What do you guys think?
Whoa, that was cool.
I don't like the name.
Did you want Pharaoh?
You don't like the name? I
did.
love the name.
Because
Pharaoh's
I
cool.
think the name's
Pharaoh's
sick.
cool.
so like what
I
is
think Pharaoh's
this
cool.
is for
Yeah,
Layla? This is
Pharaoh's
Layla?
sick.
Yeah.
So like what is consumed her? Like
Is it Leia
what
or
god
Layla?
is consumed her?
To wed it.
Hippo girl.
See, that doesn't make sense.
Hippo.
Nice hippo lady.
That
Hippo
doesn't
mom.
make sense to me. Well, first of all, we
Yeah,
have
she
a
is
Scarlet. Okay, we have Scarlet
She was
Witch.
scared.
I know,
And
yeah.
a scarab
That's
on her chest.
drop the
She
scarlet
Drop,
part.
no, but not only that, but a
No,
scarab.
not her.
Okay, a scarab is a fucking
Oh,
beetle.
it.
That's the whole premise around Blue
But
Beetle.
she literally has wings though too.
Exactly, I think the name's that. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like beetles have wings, but not. But like she has like clearly like those are bird wings.
Because
Like,
that's what.
Yeah.
she has like the feather
Yeah.
kind of gold.
Yeah.
things.
That's
Yeah.
what Blue
I think what
Beetle-
they're
Like
trying to...
if it was like a blue beetle wing, there's a way to make a beetle looking wing.
That's, yeah.
That
It
is-
looks
I
more
like the name.
bird-like wings, but I guess they're going for the beetle wings or the scarab wings.
Yeah,
but,
that was like in the
it's
show.
just
like-
too long.
right?
It makes sense for me because like for Blue Beetle, like that he calls it a scarab,
Mhm.
and it's like a beetle, which is cool. But like the hippo, scarab, scarlet just doesn't run. It doesn't ring with me.
I like the
Scarlet
hero.
Scarab, like
It's
it.
just the continuity is funky to me. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look
Yeah.
past that.
Yeah, no, like
I would
I
have to
don't think
admit.
it's that bad,
That's just me.
but
I'm gonna say
like
nay because I think Pharaoh would be better, and it would be an easier way to encompass all those different. Things.
Yes,
'Cause
yeah,
you can
that
literally
is true.
use all that stuff with the wings,
Yeah.
with the scarab,
Mhm.
with
Yeah. So let it be clear, Leia, whatever. We're not naying you. We're just naying the
Yeah.
continuity in the name.
yes.
Yeah, it could have been more original when you think about it. I'm gonna say soft yay. I'm gonna take an
Okay.
opposite from you guys.
yeah.
I think it's cool.
But I love her
feel like-
power set. She's super
Well,
strong.
Yeah, I
so-
think
Yeah.
yeah.
Of
her
course
power
that.
set's sick. I think the name works, especially since, like in the show, they talked about her being, the little scarab to her father.
No, that's true.
I don't know. I feel like it, and the design of it's cool. I think I
That's
only
the
agree
thing.
with
Like
you
the
guys.
suit looks cool though
Yeah,
too. Like it looks cool.
I feel like I
Like
wish
she looks great.
they could have taken this opportunity, like we had all mentioned, where it was like this could have been like the Harley Quinn moment, where they have their own like original kind of
Yeah.
character, instead of kind of banking off of somebody else, which I don't know, they're kind of playing it safe by doing so, but
Yeah.
at the same time, hey, come on, still take some risks.
Yeah,
Let's go. Like,
Pharaoh
let's do
would
some
be
new
so
stuff.
sick.
Pharaoh would have been so.
Pharaoh.
But
Pharaoh.
alrighty, so that's gonna be it for that little piece of news, that Scarlet Scarab segment. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some Loki news. So Loki is set, of course, to have a season 2, which was announced at the end of season 1. But there is some news that season 2 is listed to start shooting on June 6th in London. So,
They already got a story for this shit.
what do y'all think? I don't know. Well, they already had a plan. They already, they already had the
Yeah.
sequel announced. So they had to
Yeah,
have something
but
in
Yeah,
there.
also-
at the end of the show,
Didn't they have the
had
episodes written, but then they chose to cut it where they cut it?
Mhm.
I think they had the episodes written already and stuff like that,
okay.
so I don't think it's like super crazy.
That it's like they had to kind of scramble.
yeah, I
to,
don't think
like,
they did.
get
yeah.
these episodes
Is
in.
Mobius
Yeah, okay.
coming back?
Mobius?
You mean Morbius?
I'm confused now.
I'm just getting no Mobius.
Where's
Yeah,
Lightning
it was
McQueen?
almost-
Is he coming back?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Wow, Loki.
Yay, love that.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
no.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
me more
yeah.
Lady Loki.
Yeah.
Like, give
Oh,
me more
also,
Lady Loki.
give me some
Jesus.
more Loki tunes, man. When he sings, he belts that lyric out.
Yeah, that was sick.
Loki.
Oh yeah, those like
Like weird.
Those
like-
Asgardian.
those like
Yeah.
Asgardian
Yeah.
folk.
I
folk
almost
songs.
turned gay when he was singing. I was like,
I turned full gay when he finished it, and then he
Oh.
just like another round, and he just like
Oh.
And
threw
no
his
one
glass
knows
on the
why.
floor.
They're like,
Yeah, and
why
they were
did you
like,
just
what
throw
the
your
fuck?
glass
Yeah.
on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, before we move on from Loki, did you guys ever see that? Because I think I told you guys this already. When they put in like these little things that like shoot back to the original movies,
Mhm.
and there was one where they had remember Captain America, Iron Man captured Loki, and they're flying in the airplane, and thunder like hits the plane, and then Captain America's like, "What's the matter? You're afraid of a little thunder?" And he's like, "I'm not visually fond of like what comes after." And Thor comes in,
Right.
and Loki's walking the super
Oh,
center, and
yeah.
thunder hits, and he like looks in the sky, and then like nothing comes down. So I was like, sad.
I got a little sad.
Yeah.
I got a little
Yeah,
sad.
but yays all around. I think we're very
Yeah.
excited.
Yays
and
all-
especially
yays
to
all
get more Yoki.
Yoki.
Yoki!
Yoki! But alright.
Yoki!
So,
Yojobo Tabayaki.
So once again, Multiverse of
It's
Madness
a food.
Yeah.
released this weekend.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, that movie has been a roller coaster.
The
For
talk of the
fans,
town.
for critics, for everybody and in between. It's literally been the talk of the town. Absolutely been controversial, both good and bad, I would say.
Doctor
But
Strange's mom.
A very
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't seen that a lot.
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that on
Doctor
TikTok
Strange
a lot.
Doctor Strange's mom. But speaking of Doctor Strange's mom, it might be a MILF in this case because
Ooh.
Doctor
Whoa.
Strange in the Multiverse of Madness officially beat The Batman for the best domestic office opening of 2022, which The Batman opened with 134 million on its opening weekend, while Doctor Strange 2 made 185.
Oh,
Ooh.
sounds like a MILF to me.
Once again, Marvel taking back the crown, of course.
All right, but
Yeah.
hold on.
But
Which movie did you have a better time watching?
damn, that's really hard.
Ooh, I have a. I think I had a better time watching
Good question.
Batman for sure.
Yeah.
But I think both movies broke molds. I think
Yeah.
both-
Yeah.
'cause
No,
they-
yeah, that's why I chose that question wisely
Yeah.
because it's like it's hard to talk about them
Yeah.
like
They-
one for
And they're
one.
also very different though,
Yeah.
because I felt like the Batman stood alone,
Mhm.
and that's something I loved so
That's
much.
why I was
about
trying
it.
not
They
to,
both
and
blew
and
my
then
mind.
and then
Yeah.
Doctor
Separate
Strange was
ways.
trying to do something different with
Yeah.
Raimi and like the horror, like trying to
Yeah.
make it look like a little more spooky.
Mhm.
So that's why I was like, which one did you enjoy?
That's
one.
tough. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Batman. I actually did enjoy Batman more.
I would say Batman for me personally. I think I was just more than anything. I think the surprise is what took me.
I think
more,
yeah, and I
because
agree.
I was so like not in the headspace of like this is gonna be good, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that surprise really carried it for me.
Yes,
sure.
for sure.
I think I cannot honestly answer this question because now looking back at some of the scenes in Multiverse of Madness that I'll get into later with like bringing in certain characters I thought was amazing, as well as like I did not enjoy the first hour or so of Multiverse of Madness because my stomach wouldn't stop hurting.
Whoa.
So like a lot of times I was like bent over like I might shit myself.
Just a warrior though, just fighting
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah, I
Just a
do
warrior.
that, or I go and I have a strict rule that I don't shit in public restrooms, and I almost broke down. I
What?
was
Like
nope,
at all?
no, unless I absolutely have to.
Well, when was the last time you shit in a public restroom?
Oof, dude. it's
At the
been-
rink, like at some point.
No.
What? Really?
The only time I ever did at the rink is when I was tired of putting up skates for holidays on ice. So I'd be like, oh, I'll go to the restroom, and then I'd take like a 20-minute shit. Yeah. On the
Dude.
clock.
Dude,
I'm
like,
not-
I
I'm
would
gonna
poop
say-
right before games.
No, I know.
I'm gonna
Alright,
say
okay.
I
Enough
enjoyed
food talk.
Batman more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
say Batman.
Yeah.
But-
And like that's what.
But this is a myth for me though, because I feel like this is a product of the MCU having the power
The
and
the-
DC
the
having no
established-
momentum.
And yeah,
Yeah.
they've already got the snowball like
Yeah.
massive.
It's
Plus,
already teed
like,
up for him. It's
Plus,
already
yeah,
teed up.
oh,
you
yeah,
had
that's
the
the best way to describe
you had
it,
the
honestly.
catchword in the thing multiverse. Like
Mhm.
that's gonna draw more people
Mhm.
off the rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, when you look back at both of like the advertisement stuff, dude, Batman's stuff was so fun. Like the Riddler stuff that they
Yeah.
had on the
Oh,
website,
yeah.
dude,
The
that was
viral
so,
marketing
It was
stuff.
small, but
Yeah.
like it made everything so different and so fun. You
Yeah.
know, and, like
Yeah,
made me
but it also,
wanna
like-
watch the movie even more.
Yeah, no, like
Mhm.
doing that kind of stuff, it
Like,
like
as-
it like generates a different kind of connection to like the movie you're about to
Absolutely.
watch.
Yeah.
Like you
As-
feel more invested.
Absolutely.
As to
And-
where
yeah.
Multiverse of Madness just like bombed us with trailers.
Which
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Nukes.
any after
we'll
the
talk
Super Bowl.
about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. You know, when we get
Which
to
is
that.
I think
But-
it's good because once we talk about it, like
yeah, I
it's
think it's an
Yeah.
important point
Yeah.
for sure.
But also,
okay.
I found a little bit of Doctor Strange news. That people are saying that it was too dark for a PG-13. That's been something that's been
I think
floating
only
around.
twice.
Floating
I
around the
saw that
news
too,
cycles.
and I
Yeah.
thought that was like such a dumb
I think
thing
it's a
for
cow.
people to start like.
I think the
at
moms
yeah,
and the
points.
Karens are
Yeah.
like are rising up and they're being
Yeah,
like,
because it's like a
"This for my son is way too violent."
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like, dude,
yeah, because it's like a fan
movie.
concern. Like this isn't from like
Yeah.
critics and stuff. Like it's from
Man,
like
wasn't
fan
it
accounts
that,
and everything.
Wasn't that bad?
Dark
There was probably like
either,
2 parts I can truly think of that I was like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like.
There's a
Me
few
too.
jump scares that they tried to put in.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, no.
different than like violence.
Yeah,
and gore.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like The Conjuring or nothing.
And if anything,
Yeah.
that was like super violent. It was with like a certain fight scene, and
Yes.
then like, and then with certain little robots, and then that was it.
Well, what robots, bro?
Like
Oh,
certain little
Wall-E.
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 Fucked up Wall-E.
Eva.
Well, yeah, I think kind of mezzle around. Well, you know, half EAs have mezzle around a little mixed with the fact that Multiverse of Madness taking over the Batman.
Yep.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like, you know, kind of expected it. You know, I think we can all say that. Bless
Yeah,
you.
no, it's already teed up.
But
for sure.
alrighty, next we're gonna go ahead and talk about some very awesome Star Wars news. So in the realm of Star Wars, a lot of different stuff is going into production. One of them finally being Ahsoka.
Yes.
So Ahsoka has officially marked their first day of production with a behind-the-scenes photo from the set. Just basically, of course, a set chair, basically with the title Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Which is a classic, you know.
An
everybody
official
knows that.
logo. Did
But-
it change from once they announced it?
No.
No, I think it's
right?
always been
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
just-
But so yeah, what do we guys think? Because considering the
yay.
fact that,
Yeah.
of course, Dave Filoni
we
is
love
going to be
Ahsoka.
the executive creative director.
Oh,
for
yes.
this
Hard,
movie.
yeah.
Power,
Please,
dude. Oh, like
I'm gonna
I
let
just
you know
wish
that
they
it might
would
get weird.
retcon
I think it's
sequel.
gonna get very weird, but in the best of ways, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Really?
what we need
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
They're-
what kind of
dude,
weird? What
Feed
kind of
me
weird are you talking
Thrawn.
Yeah.
Feed me
Oh,
Thrawn.
okay.
I think we're
Give
gonna
me
feed,
Thrawn.
I think we're gonna feed those side.
I want to say
those big
Thrawn,
sides
but I
from-
just haven't seen.
Well, never mind.
I Rebels.
I was about to
You
say
can't
read the
read.
book. I was about to say read the book.
Yeah.
You can't read.
What reading?
Yeah.
Don't look at pictures.
But I'm gonna say yay. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Ahsoka's
I'm
gonna be
excited
great.
too. Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson
She-
was really good
Yeah,
in
she did great in
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. And
With
in-
her lightsabers,
Bro,
too.
oh,
The way she
yes.
opened them, I was like, oh, dude, I would have cut off a hand.
Yo, can
Like,
do you
you know-
guys? Did you guys watch Men in Black 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that
Oh.
girl
Random.
that's in it?
Yeah,
The
that's
hot-
her.
Dude, that's her.
That's
Yeah.
her.
Dude, someone tweeted it this weekend, and I was like, that broke my brain.
Where she like flies
was
away.
dude,
on the
as a
ship
kid,
and-
Yeah, she was
I'd be
super
like,
hot.
damn.
Yeah, I
Whenever
was
she
like,
cries,
yeah.
it cries in the
Yeah.
air.
girl. But yeah, yays all around. We're very
Hard
excited.
yay, dude.
Ahsoka's gonna be
Give
an
it to me.
awesome series.
Love it.
Considering we're getting this hopefully right after Kenobi.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
We'll see. I mean, what's
Kenobi.
next for Star Wars? I mean,
No,
Can we,
Mando 3
oh,
at the end of the
yeah,
year.
that's true.
Call Daddy, can we
Mando's
officially
at the
make
end of
May
the year.
just Star Wars month?
We can.
Whoa.
Maybe we should.
Should we do that?
We'll think
do
about
that?
it. Well, that's a good.
I'm okay with
I
that.
like that.
I'm definitely okay with that. We'll talk about it later. But all right.
Oh, wow.
So, going on, keeping up with the news. So, there was a set photo involving Dave Bautista, basically with all of the crew from Guardians of the Galaxy. And this picture in particular was, all the actors, all the people. It was James Gunn as well, the director. This photo was an emotional photo because this was the wrap photo. Once again, the wrap photo means that this is the last photo that they took all together as a set, on set anyways,
Got
from the
3.
production, from the set of production stuff. That's it. So basically, Drax, once again, Dave Bautista bid Drax goodbye because this will be his last portrayal as the character of Drax. And he went on to say, haven't found the words yet. It ended so suddenly. End of a journey that changed my life. For sure. I think, honestly, and I want to say big yays, I think Drax was such a huge revival for his career that got him back into, big movies, back into the mainstream, especially after WWE.
sure.
He was kind of doing, B and C movies for a while.
Would
just
you
side
wanted
characters,
them
but he
to
killed
have
it.
announced this
So, yay.
after the movie, after the fact?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I would say yay.
No, because I think we kind of knew.
Yeah, I already felt
Didn't
it.
James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah, James Gunn came out and said that even though the Guardians will come back again, it most likely won't be the same team.
Right.
So I think we all kind of saw the writing on the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
And they might not even have their own, movies. I think now
They'll
wonder
just
what
make
they're gonna do.
cameos
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we're going to enter a weird realm of just, team-ups and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think a lot more
Which makes
Get
sense.
some,
casuals will
like,
fall off.
Agent Venom get Thing in there when the Fantastic Four gets going.
Imagine if Mr. Fantastic came out in Marvel.
That'd be cool.
That would
That'd be
cool.
so crazy.
Imagine if that happened.
It'd be
It'd
crazy.
be wicked, dude.
No,
Yeah.
but they're not bold enough to do that.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I would be
That
calling
They don't
I have
listen to
one
the
guy in
fans.
mind that'd be
I would have to bring a different pair of pants to a certain, to any kind of movie or piece of content that he pops out in.
I thought you wear
Because I
diapers.
cream them.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Well, anyways,
So it's like a yay, soft yay.
Yeah,
Sure, I'd give it a yay.
I would say,
Kinda
man.
sad to go, but
Yeah.
man. It's sad to
Yeah.
go, but you know what?
Mhm.
He's
I
played
get
a
it.
hell
At
of a
least-
Drax.
And the good thing is, he knows when it's his time. You know,
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
gonna overplay the character. He's just
not a
done.
cash grabbing.
Exactly. So he's over it, and he's
not.
moving on to bigger and
douche
better
canoe.
things. So good for him, and we love to see it. But alrighty, so next, Constantine, a brand new DC animated sort of special that's going on HBO Max, involving as well Blue Beetle in this interesting story.
That's
sick. So it is officially called Constantine, the House of Mystery. It looks to be kind of a 60s style, kind of on the goofy little, really campy, funny era age. It's really interesting, what they're going to do with this. Considering Constantine isn't really around that area. Yeah, that area of the 60s and the campy area. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But what do you guys think about this? What do you guys feel?
I don't know how I feel like where it's based on and stuff, but I do like Constantine though.
I'm gonna do a soft yay.
I don't know enough about it, so soft yay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a big fat freaking nay because they should just be a live action. But it's like
with Krasinski,
but just not based in the 60s though.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What was the movie that we watched that they like went through him? Was it Apocalypse War or something like that?
Yeah.
Apocalypse War.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, that was
and
really
he's such
good.
like a side character to like follow through, but it was cool.
Yeah, no, just another great DC character that doesn't get used properly. That's all.
I'm gonna say a soft meh. I'm not a fan of the 60s era, like the campy stuff, the goofy kind of stuff.
No, true.
I'm not,
And then this is
big
with
about
Constantine.
It,
That's not in his ballpark.
yeah,
that's what throws me
why.
off
So,
with this. Yeah.
I don't know, but it is one of the animated stuff, and they always do well with this
Yeah, they
stuff.
do.
So I'd be willing to check it out. Especially after we saw the finale. The last thing we saw was Batman: The Long Halloween. Dude, and that was nuts. That was great.
Yeah.
So based on that, I don't know. I'd be willing to at least check it out. So I'm gonna say meh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meh's all
I'm
around.
big. Do a big fat stupid nay.
Soft yay, whatever. I don't know.
Big fat.
Schmeh.
Big,
Get a
big
man
fat
unison?
stupid nay.
Guys, I was just looking at this card. This card is terrible.
Nay.
It's terrible.
Which card is terrible?
What's got back
No,
corners?
like it's not terrible, but it's just not centered and
Aw.
the borders aren't.
So that's not a PSA 10.
Yeah, this is probably like a 7.
Hey, Matt, the only thing that we know that is perfect
But it's in
is that
great condition.
We're all imperfect.
Wow.
We're all, what does he say, Deadpool? We all have different edges and curves, but put it together and you
But I
can
still
pick
love
out
it though.
Mm-hmm.
I love a Cynthia.
But all right. So, last but not least, our last piece of news. So, DC has officially announced another animated movie, but this one looking to be really, really good. So this one is going to be titled Green Lantern, Beware My Power. It is going to focus on the story of course, Marine Sniper John Stewart, one of the most
I love they're
recent...
focusing on him though.
Yeah, one of the most
He's such a
recent
good
Green Lanterns. One of the cult fan favorites, I would say. I think he's not the most favorite, but he's definitely grown for sure in the cult fan.
He has a lot of momentum.
Sort of, yeah, for sure.
Is,
Thanks to Justice League, thanks to a lot of other appearances, especially with the new Justice League that he should have came out in.
Yep.
So that was him.
Which,
Okay.
that was kind of supposed to be him.
The regular
But based on the
Green
trailer, it looks like they're going to go through his entirety of his life, his origin story, kind of his basis,
Which
who
is
he
sad.
fights. Yeah, which is awesome. I don't think we've ever gotten
It's gonna be
that
a movie or a
animated
show?
of that. It's going to be a movie. This is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I
believe
thought it was.
so.
I thought it was gonna be a show.
Yeah,
like
just
an animated series.
Yeah, just like a short movie.
Oh,
What do you guys feel about it? What do you guys think?
Yay.
The ones that
Yeah.
no, I think this is
Ryan
pretty
Reynolds.
cool because this is like the first time that we're getting like a animated or kind of live action like of his backstory and stuff, and just focusing on him.
So what is,
Yeah,
is
it's
this
gonna
a
be
live or an
It's
animated?
animated.
Animated.
It's in
Okay,
animated
well at least
cartoon.
you know the crush list. So
Especially with this like trailer, like you just like see them kind of like, all right, this is our
They
fastball.
look good, yeah, dude. The
remember we
trailer's
saw a
really
little
good.
bit of him in Justice League.
Yeah.
It was just that one lantern, and
There's
then
a
he
still.
dies.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, they
That was the
lantern,
fish one?
alien
And then
lantern,
the Snyderverse is where you got him.
Yeah.
That was Jon Stewart in the Snyderverse.
Uh huh.
Okay.
But what do you guys think? Yays all around? Yays, we're
Yeah,
gonna
a big freaking yeah.
All right.
But they should bring in Kyle Rayner too, because he's
Kyle Rayner.
awesome.
Alrighty. And so, actually, last bit of news that I'm going to throw you guys a curveball because I forgot to write it in there, but it did appear and people have been buzzing about it. So, Avatar 2 officially dropped
Oh, I
their
saw
trailer
that,
on
yeah.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And of course, it shows the fact that, it's a continuation of Avatar 1.
Yeah.
It's going to continue on with the same character, same story with Jake Sully and his pregnant wife, which is also played by, what's her name?
Zoe.
Saldana, yeah.
Zeldana?
Zeldana.
Is that how you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say Dejanel, but no, that's all
That's definitely not. That's
So-
from Elf.
Yeah.
And it looks like this one, of course, based on the title, is going to be, focused on the water realm.
way
And
of
based on the
water.
trailer as well, that we got a lot of beautiful water shots, a lot of swimming, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, they even had to make a new technology for motion capture because of the water.
They better.
So,
kill
I don't know.
this.
Like, and the thing about these movies
Like,
is so
is like, is
visual.
that one of those things where they used it for the first one?
Dude, look.
No.
No, so they tried
Where
to use
it
it for
was
the
like-
first one. It
was
didn't
like-
work, so they had to make a
I
brand
was looking
new
up him
technology
in
for
Avatar.
this.
Dude, they
So,
have
I feel like that's their like almost gimmick.
Yeah, the first one they made new technology
like,
for it too.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
alright,
for sure.
We're using new like tech,
New tech,
and,
yeah.
and it kind of did change the scope of movies. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
It moves it
absolutely.
forward.
I will say this too. They crushed the name. Like the way of water is actually like, really cool.
Be water,
But
my
dude,
friend.
check this out, Drew. I was looking at one of the guys in the movie. Look, he's already casted for the next 4
Wow.
till 2028.
That's insane. Wow, I feel like they're not gonna come out with that many movies, and that's
Like
Well,
how
they
much
already
story
have,
can
yeah.
really.
I heard the first one is like amazing.
It
I haven't
is.
seen it in like.
But there's this like clip that's been like surfacing on Twitter. Spoiler trailer spoiler. It's like they're riding like those water beasts, and he like tightens like the reins around it, and like the water like ripples, and it's like super fucking cool.
Control.
Yeah.
This is in the
Not
new
only
movie?
that, but there's an Avatar version of the General from the first one.
Really?
He will be making a return. I'm not too sure how. People are speculating on that revival because he died,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Like he died.
So I don't know. This trailer was pretty visually more
It
than
looks
anything.
so
Visually,
aesthetically
this thing
beautiful.
was like
I'm gonna say
insane.
yay based on
Yeah.
just the visuals alone.
So, yeah.
Like, God, I would
Yeah.
watch this movie just to like watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
even
don't
if I had to
even-
get a few
yeah.
drinks in me and just like
Yeah.
go for the
A
ride.
couple
Yeah.
spike
You know what I'm
Baja
saying?
Blasts.
Yeah,
I didn't even
yeah.
need to watch the first one until I
Oh, a little
watch this
3G
one.
and fucking Spike Baja.
We get some
Blast.
boofing
Do you think is it
before.
the same producer that made the first
Yes, yes, it is.
one? Do you think
James
he's
Cameron.
coming for the throne, or you think he's let that go?
No, he's coming for it. There's no doubt in my
With
mind.
Yeah,
an
no,
O, or
and
you
then
just-
like
Okay, well,
even
Avengers
though-
Assemble.
With an O or you?
Ooh.
Oh.
No, but I'm gonna go with a yay.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
though
as well.
like James Cameron could like suck his own dick if he could.
Yeah,
But-
he loves himself.
He loves himself,
he does.
dude. Dude, he came
I mean,
because he
like,
came because he came out of a pre-screening like in tears of his own movie.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean,
Jesus, okay.
It's like, look at how great I am. Just
yeah.
Oh,
that's fucking awesome.
I'm awesome. I'm so
Who
awesome.
made this? Oh me. Oh
It's
my
like that
God.
meme. It's that meme
Yeah.
of like Obama giving Obama the
Yeah.
Medal
Yeah.
of Honor for
Yeah.
them or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally.
Great.
But
verbal
yeah,
meme.
that was it for
Yeah,
our
verbal.
yay or nay. Now we're going to go on real quickly to our gaming segment. We have a few things to talk about. First off, Godzilla vs. Kong in COD.
Stop.
Ooh,
We
clickbait.
watched this dumbass event. We
I
just
know.
watched it and watched someone play through it.
Yep, so it's
Nick already saw it too, and
a brand new event in
This looks
Call of
so
Duty,
bad.
of course,
Dude, this
Warzone,
looks
to be
stupid, man.
specific. It is basically a, I don't know if a cash grab is the right word. I don't even know what to call this.
It
It's
is
kind of, it's
cash
really
grab.
late. The movie came out already a year ago. But so now, in-game, in the actual map of Call of Duty Warzone, the Vanguard map to be specific, there is a giant monkey King Kong as well as a giant lizard Godzilla. And they basically kind of jump around the map. They cause a little bit of mayhem, and I think they fight. Right?
No, they don't.
No,
They
just
don't even
walk
fight.
around. They just walk around the map and cause, like, just
damage,
distractions.
Like havoc, yeah.
So, what do you guys...
So wait, like I have a question though. Like, is this gonna kind of lead up to like some point they're gonna like kind of meet like in the middle of the map or something, or somewhere on the
I don't
map,
know.
and like they're gonna throw down or something?
I don't know if eventually this will turn into like an Easter egg too, like if there's like steps to
Yeah.
this, if something else bigger is supposed to happen. Who
So
knows?
is this
It's
the
just got
start of
released,
their battle pass, or like this is just a
maybe
random
the start
event?
of a season
I have
or an event. I
Big
don't
problem
know.
with this because this event is like a year too late. Godzilla vs. Kong came out when we did our first podcast ever.
Dude,
Mhm.
imagine if this came out on
Dude.
Verdansk. Dude, that would be so
Oh.
cool when it first came out.
Yeah. So
Oh my
this is my
God.
that
problem.
would have
Fortnite,
been nuts, dude.
dude.
I know.
Fortnite on top of everything. Galactus event. They did the Thanos event when Infinity War is coming out. They did all these events when things are coming
Plus,
out.
they did their own like kaiju event, and like they didn't pull from like
No.
big ass titles.
No.
They just did their own, and it was badass.
This is
That's
a year.
awesome.
This event is a year too late, and it's the most random thing Call of Duty could ever do.
And it wasn't even cool though. At least make it cool.
It looked so dumb, dude.
lame.
The only cool part is I saw some
It's
guy
so
get
fast.
like stepped on by like jumped on by
by monkey.
No,
by
and also,
Monkey, by Donkey Kong.
Godzilla like didn't even get on the map. Like he's not even on the map
He's
right
just
now.
in the water.
Yeah, he's just in the water.
Water. He's in the way of the water.
Yeah.
It looked
So-
like trash.
Plus, honestly, I feel
And
like
all
they
the
would have been a
streamers
lot
hated
bigger.
it.
Yeah.
Trash all around, but alrighty. So next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some other interesting news involving EA. So EA is apparently set to be releasing a new remake in 2023. So many people are speculating what it could be. Could it be SSX, Tricky? Could it be Mass Effect, Medal of Honor, NBA Street, Def Jam, or even Dead Space? What do y'all think?
Oh,
What do you
Dead
guys-
Space?
I think Dead
I would
Space-
play a Dead Space if they
I don't
brought
know.
it back.
I think they already announced it. They already announced that they're remaking Dead Space, so I don't know if this is going to be a new announcement or a continued.
Yeah.
More than anything, I feel like it
I
could
feel
be
like
Dead
it's gonna be
Space.
new.
I think
But
it's
if
gonna
it's
be Anthem
new,
2.
I don't know.
Medal of Honor is just gonna come for Call of Duty and take it out.
Dude, Medal of Honor is dope, man.
Dude, no.
But no,
What do y'all think?
I don't know.
Battlefront 3.
Oh, Battlefront 3?
What is?
They're just gonna remake
Republic
entirely
Commando?
Battlefield 20.
cool.
What
that
is it,
EA,
42 or whatever?
Yeah.
Battlefield
I don't think it was.
Battlefront 2042.
So now it's gonna be like Battlefield 42-20.
I'm just gonna say,
gonna
man.
flip
Like,
it.
I know
I'm
it's not
mad.
bad,
Shit,
it's
man,
not
they've
an
missed
EA
the mark
game.
like on their last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
But also,
Especially after Battlefield, dude. Missed
EA
it.
totally lost FIFA, and that's like one of their
Oh,
biggest.
Yeah, that's
and I
their
heard that the
biggest
latest
wins.
NBA
things.
is also trash. NBA 2K22 is awful.
Yeah.
all
really
the
bad.
latest
I wanna
sports
go to my
games.
park.
To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
Awful.
Yeah,
Are
no, because
trash.
all the sports games are kind of going through it because it's just like
Recycled.
everyone's caught on because the last couple of years it's just the same thing. with
Yeah. Especially for
slightly,
2K.
like a
Damn
half a
it.
percent
Madden.
better graphics.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Especially for Madden, especially for FIFA.
I think the only thing
Chelsea-
Chelsea's so bad.
NHL has literally
Dude,
been the
Chell is
same
the
for
same
years.
thing, just updated roster.
The coolest
Yeah.
thing was the 3v3, and then after that, like...
yeah, that
Yeah.
was the coolest new thing, and then now
Like,
it's
back to
do they have Rocket League? Is that them?
It's
no.
not them. They're-
No, yeah, no.
I thought maybe.
Yeah, but
had
they lost
something.
FIFA, so they're probably gonna lose some more sports titles.
Some
Kind
Rocket
of
League unreal.
sad to
Yeah.
hear all around.
It is.
So, next, the Wii of
Ooh.
the Queen
Mm.
is
ultimate
going
Wii.
up for
You
sale.
think the
So
Queen
that
actually
kind of
plays?
sounds wrong coming out, but that is actually a legitimate statement. So the Queen of England has, I guess, since it originally came out, Nintendo sent over a gold-plated Nintendo Wii for the Queen of England. That was back in 2009, and that was actually, in particular, this was by THQ, which was a publishing company for Nintendo at the time. The Wii is 24 karat gold, and now it is officially on auction, up for auction.
I wonder how much.
I'm not too
$1
sure. We don't.
billion.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's gonna be-
alright, so
especially
I
for
found
that
a
amount of
price.
gold.
What is
Ooh,
it?
all right.
You
let's
should buy
see
it.
it.
So
Let's see
like
it.
there was somebody that tried to like sell this golden Wii on like eBay,
Okay.
and then it got taken down because it's like the
They killed that
Queen's
guy.
Wii.
Right.
So-
They do an official auction.
And but the price of it like at the time in 2021 was $300,000
okay.
for a golden
I
Wii.
thought it'd be a little bit more.
But now
Probably more.
it's
It's probably way
it's
more
it's gonna like they're projecting it to
Inflation?
be over like $1 million.
yeah, it has to be.
Wicked.
It
Yeah.
has
What
to.
about 2 donkeys and a cow?
I feel like, hey, let's all take our guesses now. Let's see how much it ends up being. How
I'm
much
gonna
it ends up
say-
selling for. Let's say that.
I'm
How
gonna
much do you think it
selling
ends up selling
2.4 mil.
for? I'm going to say 3 mil.
I was gonna say 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
no,
and a half?
I'll probably do probably like 2 mil.
2 mil?
Wait, and it comes with a game too.
What? Which one?
It's called Big Family Games.
What?
So it's like Wii
That's
Sports.
the game you
So
have.
it's like
I mean,
Wii
what's
Sports.
your
Look at
number?
it. Look at it. It's got the picture of
It
it.
looks awful.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm gonna
see.
stay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay with 2.4.
It's like some like British like freaking Wii Sports game.
It's going to be down
2.4
below.
What?
Yeah.
3.9.
What a
3.9?
bananas
All right.
game to have that with.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty. So, last but not least, oh boy, this is going to be a fun one to talk about. So, last bit of gaming news. They have officially announced some news for Gotham Knights.
Oh my
Some
god,
both-
dude.
I don't know. It just kind of seems like a
This
mess at
some
this point. So, let me go ahead.
Broke ass, don't care about.
First of
game.
all, yeah, let me go ahead and talk
Players
about
that we
some
got.
very interesting news. I don't know how legitimate this is. I mean, we'll see, I guess, once it comes down to it, or how long they'll be canceled, or, if this is a legitimate full-on cancellation, who knows. But so, IGN broke some news that Gotham Knights on PS4 and Xbox One, they have officially been canceled. So it looks like they're only going to be Series X and PS5 versions.
Dude, but that
No
version looked like it was
older-gen
for
versions.
a phone.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
so
it
not
actually looked
only
like
that,
a phone game.
So
Dude,
let's
the
go ahead and talk about that
graphics.
in particular. So after that point, what do you guys have to say at least about that little piece? That little.
I
side piece?
think it's them covering their ass for not losing as much money as they're probably going to.
And for
Yeah.
poking at ass for this
Yeah.
game, because I mean this game was announced,
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
during the heat of the Series X coming out.
Yeah.
Like most people didn't even have the fucking thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, Dom, any
No, I was really excited. I'm gonna play with the guys, but like,
No.
I don't want to play with the guys.
I don't know, dude, but like the fact like they're not gonna like put this on like the previous console, which a lot of people have still. A lot of people have the previous console still, and they're taking that away. Because I think it's like along the same thing that kind of Matt said. They're covering their own ass because like it's gonna be a big old flop.
I feel as though this is gonna hurt their sales in terms of like.
And then they're gonna blame it that it's like, oh well, this was just for the Series X and the Series S.
And the PS5.
And then PS5 and all that.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't know.
No.
It's just sad to see. And on top of that, so they did also release a 10-minute long gameplay video. And boy, oh boy, that video, it looks awful. I don't know, it looks slow and clunky. The graphics do not look sharp at all. It looks real, like, in early alpha, really early stages of the game.
Early stages,
And not only
it
that...
doesn't look rendered at all. Like, they just spent zero time on this. That's what it looks like.
And not only that, for some reason, there's different abilities and stuff that these characters do not have.
Have never had.
On top of it, Case in point, one of the biggest ones that has been floating around the internet currently, Red Hood, a.k.a. Jason Todd, who is basically used to be one of, Batman's Robins back in the past. He became Red Hood and is basically an anti-hero. He fights with guns. He's a little different than Batman, obviously, for many different reasons. But in this trailer... he has a sort of spiritual, like, energy jump that is said to have been given to him from a cult that he escaped from.
Yep.
This has never happened in this comics. Has never been, in the stories and anything like that. He's never contained an ability like that. Yeah. So, what do you guys feel about that in particular?
All right, so
game,
like for that,
we see.
Yeah, for that ability, it's called, or like they're calling it a soul leap.
Yeah.
And he gets it from his soul energy. You
that
fucking
sounds
kidding
like
me,
a little
dude?
Pokemon move.
No, but it sounds like
kind of like
it does sound like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Anime, yeah. No, like that's exactly what it sounds like, dude. Like it doesn't. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. Like why this is like they could have just gave him like a grapple hook.
Yeah.
And like kind of like Batman. Like Batman can like glide and stuff, but he's like.
Batman.
I just don't think Jason Todd needs a soul leap.
I don't think he needs a soul leap.
Where he jumps in thin air like 3
has a
times.
Hook, man. Like, why does he still need that? That makes no sense to me.
Like, at least give it to the guy that was in the Lazarus pit or something.
Why do they all have to have this like weird cookie cutter way of like flying around?
Yeah, or like to like
maybe that just means their game is too big. You know what I mean? Like, how about they should have taken a look at it?
But it's just like Arkham City, dude. Like, what was wrong with the way that they got around in Arkham City? Like, you would use Dick Grayson, and he had a grappling hook just like Batman.
Yep.
He was a little quicker, he was a little more agile.
Dick Grayson's Nightwing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
I know, that's how I was
faster at, like, getting up buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, but no, give him a fork knife glider. That, like, comes out of his ass. That literally comes out of his ass.
The glider looks so... And I don't understand why he's not on top of the glider either.
Yeah.
He's just like... like hanging on for dear life.
Tilt the tower. Like,
dude,
super
ride
slow
the glider. Ride it, man.
It's
Pull a Green
loud.
Goblin.
It's
like,
loud.
surf on that damn thing.
Like, Dick Grayson's supposed to be like a stealthy guy. The thing looks loud as shit.
Awful. I don't know. This game looks awful.
Oh, dude.
I am very unexcited.
This was one of the ones we were all, like, so excited.
Yeah,
I know.
It sounded cool.
And
then,
the
like,
teaser for it was amazing.
And then
And
also
now it's
Rocksteady too. Rocksteady's they've already done a lot of good ones. But also it's just what's up with DC Gaming, dude? This one and then that Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
And tip of the iceberg. Neither of them have
just the tip.
Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Both
And then this is WB Montreal,
Yeah,
right?
Montreal.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
So
Wait, and then
I
like this
think
was not
it's,
going to be multiplayer?
Yep.
So I
It was
can't
supposed
jump
to be,
in with
but
the
it's
boys
not.
and play as a Gotham Knights?
Single player.
Leave it to
What?
Canada
I
to
thought it
bring
was
the
co-op.
players.
Oh, is the Suicide one co-op?
It was supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure that was.
Oh
single
my
player.
god!
That's
Terrible.
dude.
What a shit show, man.
This
It's a
is
Clown Show
Avengers
Circus.
video game. Like,
Ugh.
copy paste.
Ugh.
Clown
Really
Show
joke.
Circus
So
job.
real sad for the gaming stuff right now, but
No,
you know what?
Doesn't look good.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some good stuff coming up.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
We'll hope for the best. But alrighty, so that's going to be it for our news segment. Next, we have something very, very exciting to talk about. something that we've been talking about for weeks. We've been talking about all the different trailers. We've been talking about all the speculations, but it finally came out. Doctor Strange, Mom, Multiverse of Madness has officially came out this weekend, and we saw it on Friday, opening weekend. And boy, oh boy, what a roller coaster of a movie!
Yes.
Let's go ahead and dive. Spoiler free at first. Again, it just came out. Based on a lot of the stuff we saw and everything, just general thoughts. What do you guys feel about the movie? Spoiler free once again. What do you feel about the Sam Raimi, directing style, the shooting? What do you guys think?
So within this movie, you can tell right off the bat that it's like a Sam Raimi movie.
It's very different.
The way that he shoots his movies with all the spinning and turning,
and the close up of
transitioning,
faces and stuff.
So that was cool. It was something different that we've never seen. You can clearly see that this movie's trying to do something different as a whole with MCU movies. Feige really wanted this movie to take on a spookier role, to scare and to have that quote unquote horror aspect, which I wish I knew what makes a horror movie a horror movie, and more about those kind of movies, because that's all you heard about this movie.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Watch out, gonna be scary.
Watch out, horror. So to be honest, it wasn't that scary.
I don't think it could have been at a PG-13.
Yeah, it's just I don't even think it was scary at all, and I don't know, there's a lot going on in this movie. It was good, and it was for sure a roller coaster. That's the best way I can describe it without spoiling anything.
So
it was definitely different. I guess there's really nothing I can say about it. It was a comic book movie. It wasn't really your typical what we've gotten over the past 24 movies. So it was more of a different take. So that's all I had to say about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, this one was very apparent that it was trying to do its own thing and go a different direction with a comic book movie, and I think it executed that better than I thought it was going to. But it's still tough terrain that it was trying to get through. But it was definitely a pretty wild ride for sure, and I can't wait to dive into the spoilers.
Same. Yeah, very different, as you said. Though, I think the one thing I actually had it written down, and Dom stole it. This was a comic book movie. This was not a superhero movie. Almost every single MCU movie before this has been a superhero movie. This was a comic book movie. So that's where people are going to get really bent out of shape about it and upset about it in certain things. And don't worry, I have my quarrels with this movie too. One very big one in particular. But very different. This movie oozed Sam Raimi. Just oozed it. And then I think Danny Elfman was unbelievable.
Score.
Unbelievable.
So we'll ask that right now real quick. I think Sam Raimi's style was the biggest thing I think that got translated over this movie. There was a lot of quick moving, interesting shots, a lot of fast paced, moving, but there was still a lot of artistic holding of shots, and there was a lot of especially in regards to the horror and creepy aspects of this movie. I don't know, the style of it really sent it out of the park. It made it really different. Made it, compared to the rest of the MCU movies, this is definitely one of the most different movies that MCU currently has in its catalog.
Very unique.
And I don't want to say that that in a sense of that makes it's amazing, it's beautiful, but just purely cinematography wise, very different, very smooth, very, I don't know, quite awesome, I would say. But on top of that, so Danny Elfman, of course, one of the biggest names in the music industry, of course, who has scored so many famous Disney movies in the past. One of the biggest being The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Anything with Tim Burton.
Exactly. He's always on top of that, a lot of that stuff, and he led the charge on this one for the soundtrack. So I personally just wanted to say, I really like it. I think it played a lot, and there was a lot of moments in regards to it involving electric guitar. I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, felt pretty cool. It for me personally, it gave me a Batman Beyond vibe. And for those of you who have seen the show and have like those little moments, it reminded me a lot of that. But what did you guys feel about the music in particular? Because I feel like that was like one of the biggest halves of this movie. I think
for sure.
Yeah,
the music was great. I mean, like I think any movie with a solid score, like for example Star Wars, you're gonna do good as long as the score matches the type of movie it is, and it's something that you'll constantly like look up. Because there's been countless movies where I just like don't even look up the score. But there are some where I'm like, okay, like, the score is so good in those scenes, so I have to look them up. For example, like, Wonder Woman had a great score to it. Loved it. So I thought the score fit perfectly here, and Danny Elfman did a good job.
But also, I thought it was cool because it played into, like the different style that they were going for, that, like, kind of, like, spookier effect that they were obviously trying to shoot for in, like, this one, because, like, are we talking spoilers yet or no?
No, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. But like, there's a certain scene to where like the score like really like comes into play for me, and like I thought it was a pretty big impact on this movie for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, so I think at this point, I don't know, is there any other spoiler-free questions you guys have? Anything else you all can think of? Anything else we can talk about? No, I think we're pretty much ready to dive in.
Yeah.
I would say if you have not seen the movie, definitely go watch it.
Right.
It won't be what you were expecting, but it's definitely, if you're a big fan of the MCU, this is the next big step. You know, I think this is the next like big door opening of where we're heading, where the MCU is basically heading for the next, I would say even 10 years. You know, like 5 to 10 years. I would say 5 like is easier. 4 to 5.
I think
10 is pushing it, but you know, like,
I think 3 to 5.
At least to the future for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
but alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into spoilers of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. If you have not seen it, please skip ahead to John's homework because he has some very interesting homework for us. This
Super
week.
good homework.
Very good stuff.
Talking
that if you haven't seen
a lot
it,
about the different kind of universes, diving into the
honestly,
multiverse.
a lot about everything.
Yeah.
I would say.
And everywhere.
But you know what? In between.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
But we'll go ahead and talk
I wanna
about
be
that
in
towards the
between
end of the
you.
pod. So skip ahead if you have not seen it. Go go watch it. Go check it out. Come listen to us talk about it because we're going to talk a lot about a lot of different stuff with this because there is so much going on with this insane movie. So this is your final chance. Go ahead, skip ahead. Skip ahead. This is your final spoiler warning right here for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive in straight from the beginning. So, of course, we start off super fire gas right into this multiverse where we're trying to get the Book of Ashanti. Where here we are joined by Defender Strange as well as the introduction of America Chavez to the MCU. A brand new character never been introduced to, at least the MCU. She has been in the comics.
Yeah.
Her ability is she can kick and or, in this one, punch open portals into the multiverse.
Yes.
And these portals are star-shaped and kind of have electricity all around them. And
I thought they looked pretty cool.
Exactly. And at this movie, at the beginning, they're kind of running away from this giant demon. And who is this being? At the time, it's Cthulhu, right? I believe.
No. That's not Cthulhu.
Who is this monster being? I forget what his name is. I thought he was Cthulhu, the little.
No, that's someone that's just someone that
You're just like a monster.
That's someone that what's her name?
Oh,
sent.
that's a bad being. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
right.
Wanda sent him.
That was a strong ass one though.
But there was this other being, basically kind of made of sort of ribbony almost.
Yeah.
This
It looks
demon
like a ribbon.
monster who basically they're fighting.
Ribbon.
Doctor Strange is basically losing to the point where he gets stabbed in the leg. Like nasty, real ugly. This kind of sets the mood for the fact that this movie is going to be kind of gory and real.
Yes.
But on top of that, like after realizing he can't contain this monster, he tries to take America Chavez's power away, which he fails. He gets stabbed in the chest. He's basically about to die, which he manages to, right before America Chavez was about to, be eaten by this freaking being, this nasty little ribbon monster. She kicks open a portal, and boom, the journey begins. She gets sent off with the dead body of Defender Strange, weirdly enough, and they end up in our universe.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like a cool way to kick off the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
What do
pretty
you guys
fast
feel
paced.
about that? Yeah, like him like waking up from that dream and being kind of like out of it, and that like right away that start. What do you guys feel about that? Just like super quick, real rapid, real action heavy start.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's like kind of where like the movie just takes off and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
just, like, and
So right at the beginning?
if you're not with it, then you're gonna get like left.
Yeah, like
behind.
like don't blink, like
Yeah.
Yeah, literally,
because this is moving pretty fast. And also, I thought his girl, like for some odd reason, I thought she was like dead this whole time.
Who?
Christine.
Christine, yeah.
Oh, really?
Like I don't know why, but like then I went back to the first movie and
Maybe it was because of like the what if
yeah, it was
episode.
probably like the what if
Oh
episode,
yeah.
and then like it was like similar to like our Doctor Strange, but like that Doctor Strange, Christine, like just died all the time. But
Exactly. All right. So once again, once he wakes up, he's like really shook
Yeah.
at this interaction, really freaked out. But he has a marriage to go to, a wedding
Yeah.
a wedding,
in particular. So this
Not
wedding,
his.
yeah, exactly, not his. We find out. So later he shows up to this wedding, and it happens to be the wedding of this said that John brought up, Dr. Palmer. Oh my, yes, this Dr. Palmer is getting married, and so we have this also interesting interaction in which Doctor Strange is sitting at the pews and he's having a conversation with another one of the doctors.
Yeah, with Nick.
So
Nick.
I want to ask you guys, just in general, before, I guess I kind of explain it, how do you guys feel about this interaction? What do you guys, do you feel like, what do you guys, just your general thoughts about it?
I didn't understand it. I didn't even know like why it was needed. Like who was that guy?
That was the doctor
doctor
from the
the
first
first-
one
that was
that
the
he was
first
always
doctor.
shitting on.
Oh, okay.
And I know I liked it.
I just felt like it was kind of long. I was like,
It was a little
Mm,
heavy-handed,
Yeah.
but it sets the precedent for like a similar theme that we see across the movie, because he's talking about like, well, did it have to happen this way? Like, and then like Strange is like, yes, like it had to, like that was the only way it could have done it, blah blah blah. And then like Nick is like, well, you're the one, of course, like it has to go your way, which is like the common theme that like you start to see throughout the movie. Everyone tells him like throughout the movie, like you have to be the one holding the knife. So
yeah.
I thought it was fine, but like, did that guy lose his job? Because like,
yeah,
Oh,
he looks
yeah, he was out
homeless.
for
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
And
years.
he's like
Yeah.
a successful neurosurgeon. So I'm like,
So, who knows?
what?
But already after that little scene, we have a talk, a one-on-one with Dr. Strange and Dr. Palmer as
Yeah.
well, in which they kind of have an emotional moment in which, they talk about, he's like, well, I kind of wish I did things,
Yeah.
whatever. They both wish they did things, but they both kind of had this acceptance of like, no, well, this is where we are now. And they ask themselves, well, I should say Palmer asks a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
She asks Dr. Strange, are you happy? He hesitates for a little bit and he's like, yeah, like, I'm happy,
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that in particular?
I thought that was just kind of like just a deep question off the rip like that. I was like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
like damn.
No, I agree.
And honestly, because like it kind of seemed like that it's like, oh, because he's saying it, but it's like he doesn't like kind of really know why or like internally believes it.
Yeah,
that's what I
feel
was
like
kinda
he
getting.
definitely doesn't.
Right.
That it was like
Doesn't
that's
fully
like I should
understand.
be happy, but it feels like I'm kind of not.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that.
Exactly. So after this, basically, they kind of break off, and now there's like suddenly outside some chaos going on, some noise, which, by the way, in the theater, great sound design, I want to say.
Yeah,
Because,
but it was
for us, like, I had seen it in Alamo with Martin, and man, like, on the back left, you could just hear, like, the truck just, boosh, just crashing, and I thought that was so cool, sound design-wise. But again, once again, he kind of goes down in a very flashy way, I should say, from the wedding, flying down from the mountain.
I thought that was a
building.
very underrated suit up.
Really?
I thought that was
he
very
just had the quick...
because it was so quick.
Oh, yeah, that
but
was
I thought
cool.
it was
Obviously.
super underrated.
Oh, yeah, because
I
you
think-
miss it, blinking it, and you miss,
Yeah,
One of
he
those
just
moments.
jumps off the rail and then his like cape comes
Yeah,
and
changes
gets
him.
him.
It was sick.
That was pretty cool.
So that's, where we start off, and basically he goes down to see the chaos, and there's this giant, invisible tentacle monster. And not only that, but it's chasing America Chavez.
Yep.
Somebody that we saw a little bit earlier. And they basically kind of have a fight. They're going one-on-one. What's his name even appears. Our Sorcerer Supreme at the time, Wong,
Yeah.
shows up.
dude,
and he
I love
decides
Wong,
to,
bro.
yeah, dude, he decides to do a little
Invited to my wedding too.
ass kicking at this little event, and they're doing some cool moves. Dude, there was an awesome saw, a sorcery little
Oh, yeah,
saw
that was
going
cool.
on. There was some sweet moves with
That was
Wong
loud
and
in the
whip.
theater.
Yeah, really loud.
Bang!
It was sick.
It was like,
Great sound design
fuck!
again, too. Yeah, for sure. That was pretty awesome. And basically, they have this battle in which it ends with Doctor Strange stabbing this monster in the eye.
It was very
with a pole.
gross.
And then he pokes it out.
And then how he like pops
and
out and
pokes
makes
the
that pop
entire
sound.
eye.
Yeah, it was so gross.
Oh, he did it very well.
Do your big one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was
But,
very
yeah.
gross.
And I feel like this in particular also, like these two, we've already seen it in the beginning, kind of set us the pace, right? This whole fast beginning, like right away with the battle, boom, it kind of set the pace. But then this battle, I feel like it set the tone. You know, we kind of saw, like, okay, this movie's going to be a little bit grittier. Like, it's going to be on the gross side. It's going to be a little bit, like, make us uncomfortable. You know, we're going to see things that we probably won't want to see.
But also, like, because I was kind of thinking about this, too, and, but it's, like, basically Wong comes in, and he's the Sorcerer Supreme at this point.
Right.
Didn't really come at us with some fastball spells, like being the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
I was expecting a little
agree.
more, like, during, like, fights with him, that it's like over the 5 years, like he's kind of developed like his own style, or like, and like just like kind of more big dog spells being the Sorcerer
I thought
Supreme.
that would be the case too, but like I always knew that he was a different kind of Sorcerer Supreme as compared. Like Doctor Strange is like
big dog
flashy.
spells.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a flashy.
Yeah.
He's a fighter. And Wong is always, even from like the first one, always been the like academic, like head in the book. Like
Yeah, he's pretty
things by the
knowledgeable.
book.
Yeah.
When you look at it, he's also way more strategic. Like, one of the things that happens, of course, you know, like later, well, I'll bring it up later, but when we get to it, but I think he's more of a strategic kind of supreme than, you know, than other flashy, you know, battle heavy ones, I would say. But of course, so we continue on, and basically, you know, they defeat this monster, and they have a one-on-one with America Chavez, who tries to escape by stealing a sling ring, and they catch her, and they're like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Let's go to let's go to the Sanctum Sanctorum. You know, we'll protect you. And she kind of has a moment where she's like, you know, I don't want to go. Like, you know, I don't feel safe with you. You know, and they finally have this one-on-one where he's like, well, you know what, you're just gonna have to trust me. You know, like
especially because Defender Strange tried to kill her, so she's like, why would I think you'd be any different? You know,
exactly. So they go back into the Sanctum, and basically they have this plan in which, you know, well, what are we gonna do? We have this multiversal being who knows in this world and Earth currently about the multiverse. Oh, Wanda.
Yep.
What do you know? So Doctor Strange decides to make a trip out to go visit Wanda to have a little chat to see if they, you know, can come up with a plan to protect America Chavez. And as they go over, you know, they're at this beautiful little apple orchard, right? I believe. Very pretty, very angelic looking. And so Doctor Strange asks her, you know, hey, come on, you know, help us out. You know about this stuff, you know, I'm sure. And she mentions Vision also had his theories about the multiverse. And later, she slips. They have a talk after, you know, asking her to come, and she says, oh, well, why don't you bring America here? And Doctor Strange pauses for a little bit, and he's like, whoa. What? And she herself says, you didn't mention her name, huh? And he was like, nope. And blew the cover, and finally she basically took the top off, you know, like the lid off.
The curtain.
Like everything, the curtain away, and it was, it's basically, I would say, that looked like to be the final, like, kind of place in which she ended in WandaVision. That lonely little shack. Just, like, and she herself turned her orchard into this hellish, like, space, you know, this hellish field, in which she revealed all along she was the one who was after America Chavez the entire time. So real quick, how do you guys feel about this real almost like light-handed like reveal of like, oh, I'm the big bad the entire time, you know? Like, did it hit you guys? What do you guys think about that?
I think it's fine because we already knew she's headed in this direction because we didn't have to build up too much. We kind of saw it coming where she takes the book and then she kind of like, here's the kids, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, I think it was more surprise.
I think it was because, like, I don't know, like, what I thought about it. That was just kind of, like it caught me off guard in a way, but at the same time, I was still kind of whelmed. Like, I was like, all right, well, that makes sense, because, like, she was already kind of going full Scarlet Witch mode.
Yeah, so, I thought she was going to, like, help them and then turn on them.
That's exactly what I was thinking, that I thought it, because, like, at the beginning of the movie, that I thought it was, like, going to be, like, something else, like, going after her.
Yeah.
And then like,
she makes a turn.
She was going to, like, team up with them, and then, like, in, like, the most, like, opportune time, like take her for, like, pretty much herself and stuff.
Yeah, like I thought there was going to be a evil Doctor Strange, as in, like, the one that we saw from What If,
pretty much being like a stronger version of himself that was just evil.
Yeah.
That he needed Wanda's help to.
Yeah.
You know. That's what I was expecting, and then once they went that route that quick, I was like,
oh damn.
Oh,
Okay, guess we're here. Yeah.
And so she says a very important line too before they leave. She says, "Prepare to hand her over, or we're gonna fight."
Yeah.
That's literally it. Period.
And then he asks her to be reasonable, and she says, "This has been me being reasonable, and you're about to find out if."
And on top of that,
it's not.
She also says, "This will be the last time you see me."
Yeah.
Which is unreal. What a line, dude.
Yeah.
What a great line. I feel like Wanda in this one had probably the best lines, I think.
Kind of stole the show,
I feel like she
was great.
There was some cringy lines, don't get me wrong, throughout it. I think America
Yeah.
Chavez had a lot of cringy lines. Doctor Strange occasionally, but I think
Christine had one really bad
one.
one.
Oh, yeah, really bad.
Really
We'll talk
bad.
about it right now. But yeah, no, I think she was just great in this movie. Fantastic. So, of course, Doctor Strange goes back to the Sanctum to warn everybody, and this is where Wong comes in, because automatically he has a strategy. Everybody's kind of training, doing their thing, and he's like, no, like, this is a school. Like, this has to be a fortress now.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, that's where, I think this is where Wong shines as a sorcerer supreme, you know, like his defenses, his planning, his strategies. Here, case in point, like when we saw them preparing everything, boarding up the windows, they had all the ranks and everybody's, and their defenses of exactly what spell they were going to use.
They go full Hogwarts mode.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is where Wong truly shines as his sorcerer supreme.
Yeah, it was very strategic.
And we get the official reveal of course the bull or the cow sorcerer, as well as another sorcerer who is familiar in the comics who has a shaved head. Here, I forget her name right now. It's drawing a blank. But basically now Wanda shows up as they prepare, as they're finished preparing, and they have one final chat, and basically she says, "Dude, aren't you, don't you want to be happy? Like, I can give you everything, I can take you somewhere where you're with Christine, like, it's just that easy." And finally, Strange realizes, like, she's too far gone. That's it. Long gone. So, this battle, what did you guys think about this first awesome battle with Wanda against the Sanctum?
It was very high speed, but the way that she got in was sick, and I was hoping they would do it this way.
Like that, frame of when she slides out behind.
Yeah, she's like, gives me chills, dude.
And then she's just ruthless. Like, she's literally just takes no prisoners, is just murdering everyone.
She takes no remorse. She uses her
burning them to
sorcery, flying like a jet, dude. She's so fast.
Yeah.
Like, insanely fast.
But I thought it was cool once it gets to the House of Mirrors looking part, where it's like...
They trap her in the
course,
mirror dimension.
She gets in.
Yeah,
she gets in, of course.
They trap her. She finds her way out.
Dude, when she gets out and she does the little, water.
Reflection.
That was disgusting.
And then she started trying to get out through reflections inside of the Sanctum.
Yeah,
awesome.
but it was cool, though, too, because, she got to a point to where, I think she was, pulling people, out from under themselves.
This is where
through these
horror,
different kind of reflections.
The first bit of horror that exposes us, gets us ready, they're pulling. And not only that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but before, Strange puts, the first little, ribbon too, her eye shows up on the puddle. Which is cool. But again, she pops out of the gong, just breaking
which
out,
was disgusting. Absolutely
crazy.
I was having middle school The Ring vibes from that. I was what? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
There's always a really cool element to when there's a evil coming, so you fortify a fortress. There's always that oh fuck, alright, let's go, we're about to get something. So I thought that was really cool when the cloud comes in and you're oh shit.
With her.
Yeah.
And then, so basically, she's about to grab America Chavez, and they narrowly escape again. But this time off into another distant, random.
But I think before she just they slide through 10.
Exactly that. That's what I was about to get to. So they slide through all sorts of different multiverses with dinosaurs, paint, cartoon. What else did we see? We saw Hellish space. We saw one that looked like Mustafar that was different from the Hell space because the Hell was bony and it was lava-y. What else did we see? What else?
What else?
Did you see the paint?
That futuristic one.
The futuristic with the bot, the Stark robot. Pipes and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of very interesting stuff that we saw. I don't know.
The
water one as well. There was one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, completely.
Yeah, I got a
unwatered.
taste
so-
of it. Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Eric,
and,
what do you guys think about that?
But also, like, they did take a couple of those, like interdimensional, like, transitions, like, out from the trailers. Because, like, there was, like, a 2D one in one of the trailers that kind of looked like it was from, like Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was that same kind of style. Yeah, and then, like, there was, like, a 2D cone that was from the trailers, and then, like, that dimension wasn't included, like, in the movie. And, like, it was
Or it's
fine,
maybe
though.
a different style. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe that
no.
was replaced with the cartoon one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For all we know. But who knows why? Like,
I just thought that was weird that, like, because, like, it didn't seem like they were going to spend a lot of time in, like, that dimension anyways, but I just, I just thought it was weird that they took it out.
Yeah.
all right, so let's go ahead and start gassing through it because we still have a whole other homework to talk about.
Yeah.
One that I also want to talk about too.
Yeah.
So, but real
We can be
quick,
quick about that one, too.
Once again, we continue on in which they they're in this new universe in which we get an origin story of America Chavez in which she caused her own parents to be sent off into the multiverse thanks to B herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks to AB, I should say in particular.
Your damn girlfriend
Yeah.
ruined
I
her.
know, my
So
girlfriend
I
B.
had one. This was one of my problems with the movie because it was a bee that like lands on her hand, and that's what causes her.
That
to
it was
freak
just
out.
like, ah!
Like,
And
it
then
couldn't-
just portal,
yeah.
parents gone.
Parents gone. Like, your mom's, see ya!
Yeah.
Like, and hey, mom's
Which, by the
big.
way, great representation in this one. This
Yeah.
is the first time we see something, I think, that explicit, I would say. They're very clear, I would say.
Well, I think Endgame too.
Yeah,
they did
that's
Endgame.
Mhm.
But I was so super upset at first that it was like a bee. I was like, why couldn't it be like a mountain lion? But after mulling it over, I was like, okay, I understand like the symbolism behind it is that like something so small could like change reality within a multiverse, like or across
a
the
small
multiverse.
decision.
So I was like, okay.
Which is enforced with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But all right, so anyways, basically we continue on and we see that, and we also see a little focus on the watch that Palmer gives to Doctor Strange in the past. We see a little scene of that. But during all this that's happening, I think, in my opinion, one of the most musically memorable parts is where Wanda is now deciding to do her walking.
To do her dream walk.
Yeah, dream walking.
She does her dream walking,
Yeah.
where she meditates, and we hear this awesome music in the background, and the camera is spinning as she's slowly getting in the, and set to do this final thing.
That was the part that
this
I was talking
unspeakable
about.
thing.
That
That
was
like
kinda
that's
scary.
where the score kind of really like
sick.
Really
Right?
took off,
Yeah,
I think.
it
and
does.
like really took off.
But
And,
it
was a big impact to that scene too.
I feel like that scene was the perfect mesh of music and visuals.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly, dude. And so again, we finally see her, what's it called, dream walk, into her version of herself with the kids. And in this version as well, she happens to be in the same universe as Doctor Strange and everybody else.
Yeah.
So as we continue on, she goes off, kind of to find, she has a moment with her kids.
Yeah.
Before that, we have a very interesting, kind of scary moment. And this is where the horror, I think, kind of, for me personally, kind of came through. And stuff that I remember in particular. And this was right before she's getting possessed. She's about to, I would say.
Oh,
and she's kind of looking around.
To where
she's
she's going
having a
into the
moment.
kitchen?
She's in
Oh,
the kitchen.
yeah.
And we have
yeah.
these visuals of like, we focus on the plate, right? And these peas that are slowly rolling across, like,
just
weird,
like,
not naturally at all.
Yeah.
Very unnatural, very weird. And by the way, this starts with her walking away from the kids. They're asking for ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the lights flickering and whatever. And this
Yeah,
happens.
no,
Or
but-
even when
and-
the picture moved and it was like her. Like,
So
yeah,
that's what I was
That
about to
was
say.
creepy.
That got
That
me
was creepy.
very
Yeah.
heavily.
that
So,
was
yeah.
really creepy.
She turns to look at the camera, as well as there's a coffee cup.
yeah.
Dude,
with
she
an
broke the
ocean in it.
fourth wall.
There's,
and that was
I'll bring that up
crazy.
right now. There's a coffee cup with an ocean in it to top it off. Too,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was a
very,
cool
like,
visual.
Yeah, we see it, and finally, like we
That's
see
like
the
a
camera.
lo-fi background.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We see the camera float in through the sky, down into the the floor, through the kitchen, straight into Wanda's face, and she has a moment where she like kind of takes a step back and she opens her eyes and they're red,
Yeah.
and then she pauses for a moment, and this personally for me was a like the part that got me throughout the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
She stares at the camera.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
She turns.
It's kind of daunting,
and she
dude.
holds that stare
Yeah.
uncomfortably long.
Yeah,
man.
uncomfortably, like-
and she just has a moment. She's just like staring, and she goes, "Okay," and she
Whereas
goes.
like you almost feel like you're a part of it.
Yeah,
that it's
really,
like
you are,
that it's
yeah.
like she's kind
She
of
knows, like,
looking
you're
into
watching,
like
like, I
a
don't
different like type of like dimension at that point.
Exactly,
Like,
you know.
it felt like she was like checking out like our dimension. And,
Yeah.
like for like a brief second,
In
it
the
was
theater.
just
Looking
weird.
It was
yeah.
very unsettling, but I
Yeah.
thought it was one of the high points of
That's
the
like, oh,
movie
people
that
are
were
watching,
super
yeah.
underrated.
Yeah.
Super
And then she
underrated.
comes back and her kids finish the song, their
Yeah,
ice
the
cream
ice
song
cream
for
song.
her.
Yeah.
It was cute.
And then now we get the official reveal where, in this universe, we meet Mordo. You know, as we're looking for a Doctor Strange in this universe
Yeah.
to try and get us set back. But Mordo leads Doctor Strange to somebody else in particular.
Yep.
Who does he lead us to?
The Illuminati.
Exactly, the Illuminati. And while he's meeting with the Illuminati, Wanda is now on her way to the Illuminati's HQ to try and, get America Chavez.
Yeah.
That's her main goal. So basically, now we get the full reveal of the Illuminati, which, by the way, we do also get a version of Palmer, Dr. Palmer, in this universe as well with the Illuminati.
She has America like trapped.
Exactly. They have both of them trapped as Doctor Strange is going to go with this meeting to the Illuminati. And we get the full lineup. So this lineup does include
Crazy.
Black Bolt from the Inhumans, which was played, by the actor of the Inhuman show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
the
was bad
costume as
though.
well. Yeah.
terrible.
Show was very bad.
We also get Mordo, which is our Sorcerer Supreme, the leader of the sorcery side of the world. We also get a Captain Marvel. But not just any Captain Marvel. It is the Captain Marvel.
Monica Rambeau.
Exactly, Monica Rambeau.
She looked very mean. No,
Photon.
that's Photon's mom.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Photon's mom. Yeah.
Oh.
She looked very mean.
That makes
She looked
sense.
very mean. Very Angie pants.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
And then, who else do we get, Nick?
Carter.
Captain. Oh
I
yeah.
forgot Carter.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Cannons.
Captain Cannons?
Captain Cannons.
Dude, she looked great, man.
Yeah,
She
Captain
did.
Carter.
She looked kind of
in this
menacing
as well,
a
yeah.
little bit.
She looked very angry,
Like,
I would say. Very,
tougher, like-
yeah.
She looked
Yeah.
7 feet tall.
Yeah,
too.
like really tough
Massive.
and tall as shit, yeah.
And last but not least, a very shocking one. I would say our theater was very quite shocked when we got this reveal. Everybody was kind of like, whoa! But they revealed Reed Richards from the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And to top it off, last but not least, Dr. Xavier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Professor X.
And
also
perfect.
made an appearance with the comic accurate
Yes.
chair.
Yes. And dude, he came into the X-Men like
with the
theme
with
with
the
the
theme.
music.
Yeah,
Dude.
that was cool.
Yeah, unreal.
So good, dude. So good. Not
And
to
so
mention
basic-
Reed Richards was played by John Krasinski.
Exactly,
Thank
yeah,
you,
which is
Marvel,
awesome.
for
Fan
that.
service, thank you.
Yeah.
So again, they have this meeting to decide whether or not, what they're going to do with Doctor Strange, because apparently he's a bigger threat than Wanda. But they don't know Wanda like Doctor Strange does.
Mhm.
So of course we continue on in which Wanda officially finally makes it to the Illuminati HQ, and they have a one-on-one with the Illuminati. And they have these just insane battles, which it all starts off with Black Bolt. Which, in my opinion, was the most brutal part, most gruesome part of this
Yeah,
movie.
it's disgusting.
Even though it wasn't, very gory, explicitly, straightforward. Dude, just
it's,
the
like,
art of it,
picturing
the
it,
idea
right
of it,
before
yeah,
that.
what
Yeah.
it is.
But right before that, since Reed Richards is one of the smartest minds in Marvel and in this world, why would he just outright just say oh yeah, if he talks then
And they already know that
then,
this that
Wanda
this person
doesn't know
can
who he is.
shape different kind of things in all of life forms different kind of life forms and stuff, and she can mess with that type of shit. So I just thought it was kind of lame that they just gave away his power and then it was too easy for her that alright, so I'll just take away his mouth. Yeah, no.
But
I don't know.
I think that was really sick, honestly.
Yeah, no,
I
but the way he died
the design
though.
of it was really
Yeah,
cool.
no.
Especially because he's so strong,
Dude, he's
the best
super
way to beat
strong.
him is
He's
just
Yeah,
There's one
I mean, he
thing
killed.
that-
They showed him kill the
Doctor
other
Strange.
Doctor
That was
Strange.
a wild
Yeah.
visual, though.
That was.
Which, by the
cool
way,
they showed us that.
in this universe, Thanos did not get all the Infinity Stones.
No. Yeah.
He only got 3 of them, I believe.
Yeah.
Which also goes to prove that this universe, we might not even have a Vision. because technically, like Vision might not have even been put into place if we have Ultron bombs.
Because they said,
so
like,
I don't know.
Said it was like
There's
a
a lot
Nexus point or something like that.
Exactly.
Nexus being.
Yeah, Nexus being. There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He's the only one.
Yeah, exactly. And also, they did reveal something. I forgot to mention this earlier. But so, America Chavez reveals that anybody that dreams or has dreams, these dreams in the MCU from this point forward now are apparently your multiverse versions of yourself. You're just kind of seeing into that multiverse when you dream. Right. And not only that, America Chavez has officially been, confirmed as a Nexus being. This because of the fact that she does not dream. This is very important, and I think this is going to continue on in the MCU. This is going to be a very, important fact going on forward, I would say. But again, we continue on. Let's go ahead and speed through it once again. So, they kind of have this fight in which Wanda annihilates the Illuminati entirely.
Like, they were fodder, man.
Yep.
Like, like, they were just there to show how strong she is.
Like, Captain Marvel, gets squished by a statue. Like,
yeah, she does. And Captain
Carter
gets cut in half.
Well, yeah. That
was no, that was tough. Oh, but, like, during like, Captain Carter's, like, segment during that fight, dropped a pretty cringe line.
Which was?
Oh,
let's hear it.
I didn't like that line.
I could do this all day.
I like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I just didn't think it came off
that's
like.
What she is. She covers the guy, so she's got to say the line. She has to.
Like,
she has to say. I don't know. But I say she has to.
How did Krasinski die again?
He got shredded.
He got turned into
freaking cheese.
He got sent to the hot dog hands universe.
It just needed one more beat, like one more break.
Yeah.
I think if she paused just for a second more and she took a breath and she was like, "I could do this all."
Yeah.
Day.
Or it could have been the delivery.
Yeah,
I would have also loved Atwell though. That's the
I
do.
But the spit was sick when she was just like,
"Yeah,
I could do this all day."
I also
everything else, like her appearance, the way she carried herself. It was
if she said it,
it was literally just like that
Wanda
minor
cut her in half before she got to finish it.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been sick.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. See, that would have been.
I could do that, and then
yeah,
and then you're like, fuck.
And then at that point, I would have been like, oh, dude, I kind of wanted her to say that, but it was like that's cool that the way they cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was. Came off a little cringy.
Just a small thing, though.
Yeah, no.
Because I thought she looked great, though.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, her fighting, too, was very Captain America. I thought the jetpack was really cool with her, too.
But again, they continue running. Wanda chases them. We have this awesome chase scene that's actually really scary, to be honest. We finally end up in the end, which they use Dr. Palmer's gift as a key to get to the Book of Ashanti. Basically, using the watch as a sort of key to open the door to get there. Once they do get there, Wanda makes it there as well, obviously. Kind of takes over and also destroys the Book of Ashanti. So there's no... that book is completely burnt up and there's no more use of that. And she captures Wanda. And now there's kind of trapped. Both Doctor Strange and Palmer. They kind of run away, try to get away, escape. And they end up in this sort of messed up, universe in which it's all being torn apart. And they meet... what's it called? What do they consider him? Supreme Strange. That's what they consider him in this one. They meet Supreme Strange, in which he's all by himself, everything's gone, but he has the Darkhold on him. Yeah. In which we see a very awesome music fight.
That was cool.
Yeah, no. It was very, very awesome. I think it was very visually very pretty. Yeah. And even sound-wise, great design. They battle it out, and finally Doctor Strange wins the Book of the Damned. The Darkhold. And he basically uses it to dreamwalk into Defender Strange's body. The body that was left behind in, our MCU, which is great writing, I would say. Like, you kind of forget about that body entirely. It gets buried up. But, man, it comes in clutch towards the end. And I was going to say, this is where I think Nick's cringy line comes in. Nick, go ahead and bring it up. So they're fighting, and, by the way, before Doctor Strange, Defender Strange, I should say, fights with Wanda, he has a cape of just dark beings.
Oh,
how do you guys feel about that cape?
Yeah, no, that's kind of
very
creepy. Yeah, but like cool in like the character that it is, because he's like taking a soul like from the dead and stuff, and he's like, or because he's taking the body like from the dead and stuff, and like then like first they were like attacking him, and like then he just took them as like his own kind of servants, I guess. Yeah, and I thought that's pretty cool.
But before he does that,
so Christine's fighting,
protecting
Strange's body while he's
creatures.
Yeah, he's
Ew, that came out of his eyeball. That was gross.
That was very gross.
I forgot he had the.
She just says, "Go to hell,"
Oh, yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, dude, that was just so cringe."
Not only does she say that, but she also has a moment before Doctor Strange puts them all together, and she goes, "You're the Sorcerer Supreme. You got this." You know
Yeah.
Ah, dude, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, give him a little bit more. It's like, come on, Strange. Like, you know, you're better than this. Like, you know, give him more effort at something. Like, instead of like, you're the sorcerer. You know, like, you're the strongest sorcerer. It's like,
yeah,
it's
dude.
like,
it just like felt like that's like, oh, okay, like I'm not even gonna worry because you're the Sorcerer Supreme. That it's like show like a vote of confidence.
Yes.
It's like I believe in you, like just not because of anything else, just because I believe in you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And especially I feel like that would resonate more with Strange than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Exactly.
Like he knows he is.
exactly.
Like there's very few people that flaunt it like he does, or you know, and want the status like he does.
Mm-hmm.
But like what he doesn't know is that like Christine believes in him. And stuff
Yeah,
like that. So it's
exactly,
like it could have been. Yeah, I thought that could have been better.
And so basically, yeah, they finally have this final battle in which even Wong appears at this. Oh, we forgot to mention the castle of Wendigore.
Yeah,
Is where
sick.
the actual texts of the Darkhold are. They're scattered on the walls. That's why they're there. And it comes with monsters, which you got scared
There's
at.
some cool ass golems though. They kind of scared me. At first.
Yeah.
They're pretty loud, dude.
They're
I was
pretty
like,
loud.
dude, like these fools can like definitely take a hit for sure. And then like fucking Wong just like comes up from the ledge and just puts a knife through one of their heads.
Yeah.
Which was sick.
Yeah, I know, and like that was pretty sick. But that was like, maybe they're not like as tough as I thought.
Yeah.
But they look cool as shit.
They drop them basically down the mountain, and at this point, Doctor Strange releases America Chavez during the battle, and she brings Wanda to her kids. You know, this universe, back with the universe with the kids. And now it's
Gets
kind of
what
this
she
awakening.
wants.
Exactly. Give her what she wants. And Doctor Strange even tells her, no, step back. Don't involve yourself.
Yeah, that was a cool part. Like I was glad that they let her kind of
Reveal it.
Because
for
it
herself.
redeems Wanda in a sense.
By herself.
Through herself. Bless you.
Yeah, that
Through
was a
herself.
smart thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And of course, basically, she comes to realization she's a monster. You know, she can't do this, and it's not the right thing to do. And she decides to basically take herself out. You know? She
unalives
destroys the entire Wendigore Mountain.
Yeah.
And which holds the text of the Darkhold. And we kind of see her crushed. Like, we kind of...
But at the very end, there's this little
flash of red.
Flash of red.
Like a shield almost.
So...
Who knows?
Maybe it's...
So it's either she, like, teleported herself out of there, or, like, it's, like, a shield or of some sort. She's pretty strong right now.
Maybe like, what we didn't see is, like, Vision, like, finally makes his off-screen appearance, tries to save her, and then she saves them both by, you know...
Who knows?
Who knows? But
We'll
it was yeah.
And that's basically where it ends. And of course, we have the end sort of cutscene credits stuff, in which Doctor Strange is walking down the street. He starts like, he's like got a headache or something. Electric guitar just goes, and he's got a third eye. Yeah. Proving basically he has still a little bit of Darkhold inside of him, a little dark magic. And on top of that, we get another sort of end credit scene, which we get the reveal of a sorceress who happens to be Clea, exactly. Who is his love interest in the comics, and
after
I think
Christine,
very well done, because I mean, here we close the circle on Dr. Palmer. We finally get the official we loved,
Just
but
ain't
we
gonna happen.
can't.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now he can look for another love interest. Case in point, exactly who we're
and it's very weird too, because
Which I think in the comics, like, that's her.
Yep. No.
And then she's also Dormammu's
niece.
sister.
Yeah.
No, niece.
Niece?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is wild. That's gonna be
That's
interesting.
gonna be crazy.
What the hell?
So who knows? And last but not least, we do get a final end credit scene.
Terrible.
Which was
maybe
awful.
showing.
I don't even want
Pizza
to.
Pop.
Which was worse?
You know, I
Which was
forget
worse, that
it's
one
over.
or the musical? The musical.
No, I think this one. At least the musical was content. This was shit. This was nothing. Like it was just like fuck you. Like straight up like fuck you.
Like
at least people that are
fuck you.
At least people that are into musicals, they got something out of it.
Yeah,
or like this was purely like fuck you.
Like the small population that was like, man, this is a great freaking musical. Like if this was real, I would go to it. They got it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. But this was just a fuck you to everybody.
Yeah, that bothered me.
Or
a lot.
like, I guess for the small population that like adore that actor guy because he's like kind of like a classic.
Yeah, cult classic.
And he's
like
a cult classic.
That would be cool
like
if we
himself,
like got
right?
like
Yeah.
a Spider-Verse crossover with like the Miles one of like him just literally flying through like a portal and like like Doctor Strange sees that was like, what was that?
Fuck.
And then he just jumps
That
into
would
it.
be sick.
Just like something, I don't know.
I thought we were
Alright.
gonna see Kang.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
But alright,
Prime,
so
Iron Man.
Another X-Men.
You know that he never actually did scenes.
Yeah, it's just
Who?
a rumor.
Tom Cruise never once did one
yeah.
scene
Yeah.
for that movie, and everyone just made it into existence that he was
Yeah.
in for 10 to 15 minutes.
Wanda also
Yeah.
apparently never saw Dr. X, Professor X.
Yeah.
He'd never
Really?
the actual recording. They never saw each other.
Which is so crazy
That's
because she
weird.
literally snaps his
With that scene.
head
That
off.
was
By
a
the way,
scary
visually,
scene too. When she
that
comes
was-
out of the smoke.
Yeah.
that was one of
that's
the
kinda
best
smart.
visually
Yeah,
scenes
that
I
was
think
sick.
of the entire movie. Like
Yeah.
that stood out to me was just
Yeah.
like the white and just like the
Yeah.
grid cloud.
They did good at that, yeah.
But all right, so let's go.
They do good, they do
First,
good.
let's go favorite moment. Let's go ahead and go favorite character in this one, and then final rating. Let's feel it. Let's see where we're going. So, favorite moment. What do you guys think? What do you guys really stood out for y'all?
I'm gonna go with once they first went through the jump and like they did all the like those crazy transitions, just spinning around, screaming, all that stuff. That was cool. So it was moment and then right.
Well, let's just all go first.
Okay, all moments?
Yeah, let's go moments first.
Yeah. So it was.
yeah,
It was
dumb.
I thought that was cool. Once they did that first jump.
When he sees the other Christine, and he's leaving, and he says, I love you in every universe. It's not that I don't like caring for someone, or someone caring for me.
Heartstrings.
It's just, I
Heartstrings.
get scared. I
That's
love
the
when he
one.
says, I get scared, because it's like this big bad dude, Doctor Strange,
Who
easily
was
could
once
be...
the Sorcerer Supreme?
Yeah,
He does everything.
literally says, I get scared. And you're like,
Yeah.
damn, that's when
Awesome.
you know, like, it's Multiverse of Sadness.
Great
Yeah.
delivery too on that.
Dude,
Yeah.
first they give you I
Yeah.
love you 3000, and now I love you in
Yeah.
every
Like,
universe.
Yeah, that
what was
was
your I
good.
love you?
That was
Like,
beautiful.
600
Yeah,
range?
Yeah, no, that was really good.
Go on.
But no, I'm gonna have to go with the Professor X one.
That was
That was
cool.
So I don't know if that's gonna be
crazy good.
Drew's, but that was such a really good scene too, and like that was like a jump scare that actually got me like to like go so like kind of
Yeah.
like that too, because like just the white and then like Professor X going to the rubble of like trying to pull out the possessed Wanda.
Oh, yeah. That
And
was
like
cool.
and like trying to tell her like basically what's going on and stuff, and then this like red fog comes in from the back of him,
that's
and
cool.
like then he just kind of stops everything he's doing, and then like that kind of Wanda like goes back in, cause like she's not coming out, and then like out of the like the fog like this kind of witch like being like comes in and breaks his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
crazy.
Yeah. And like for me, that was kind of like a genjutsu type of thing from a little something I like to call Naruto.
Yeah.
A very like OP character does that stuff all the time,
Yeah.
and like kind of goes into like.
But
people's brains and
I
stuff,
thought
and then
that
kinda makes them
that
see
was
shit.
like the best death out of all those.
Yeah.
Out of that
Yeah.
whole massacre.
And,
It was
like,
that's
out
something
of-
to me that made the most sense of like
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, no, because for me personally, I think every one of them could have put up a better fight.
Yeah.
Like.
I thought
And-
so too, especially Captain Marvel, dude. Really, a
Yeah.
statue. Like we know the capacity of her like durability. She flew
It's
through
'cause-
a Thanos ship.
What
Yeah.
people are saying is that she pulled her power. Like, she absorbed her power when they were turning around. When they had a moment, they were
Once they were
blasting each other.
spinning?
And she had,
Yeah.
remember it was like yellow at first, and then it turned
okay.
red. That
Yeah.
she
Yeah, it turned red.
okay,
So
okay.
people are
Yeah.
saying
That
that
makes
she
more sense.
pulled
Yeah.
all of her abilities. She was
Okay.
kind of human at that point, and just
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
So
that makes
okay,
more sense.
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's why. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
go on. Yeah.
For me, it's super fucking tough because I have one or two. The fourth wall one where she looks at the camera, I think is pretty up there for me.
Chills.
Yeah,
Chills.
absolute chills. Like,
Yeah.
and not really like the good kind.
Yeah, no.
No, not really good
like, I was
kind.
kind of worried for myself.
Yeah, but I think aside from that, when Strange possesses Defender Strange's body and he's Zombie Strange, that is left field like crazy.
Yeah, as well.
Like
I
that
wasn't
is like
expecting
multiverse like crazy. Like that's
that was great
insane.
writing though. You have
It
to
was.
think of
Yeah,
that.
it was.
Mm.
So I mean, I like that a lot because people were upset that this movie wasn't weirder. I don't know how much
It's
weirder
really
it gets
fucking
than that. Yeah, so I like
I
that.
tell you how much weirder it gets. Watch everything everywhere.
I think my
the
favorite
multiverse
scene.
can get pretty fucking weird.
My favorite scene was that creepy one where she first gets into Wanda and she dreamwalks and it's
Yeah,
like really
yeah,
scary.
yeah.
Because I feel like that's at that very point, it's no longer Wanda. That's the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I also have
that's
to
the
say,
final like.
yeah.
She was already done being reasonable.
I also have to
you know?
say too, a close
Wanda was
second that
reasonable.
came was when Wanda finally sees her kids and she realizes the monster she is because the kids
She
like
looks
resent
crazy
her.
too.
And I love it when the actual Wanda is like, just to let you know, like, they will be loved. And then you're like, fuck, dude, stop trying to make me cry. and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna happen.
But yeah, that was my favorite. All right, so let's go favorite characters and then rate. Let's hear it. What do you guys think? Who shined out for you guys in this one in particular?
I'm gonna start and I'm gonna say Wanda.
Oh,
I
nice.
think she really stole the show here. Was it? God, yeah, dude. They just kind of closed the book on her in a sense, though. After like WandaVision, like you're just left kind of wondering, and you see that kind of end, that real end credit scene.
Yeah.
Right. But and then so I was gonna mention this, but I was gonna wait until once we were done. But I think this movie, and I think Kevin Feige's right when he said it. He literally said that like they showed too much in the trailers, and I think they did.
I
Way too
completely
much.
agree.
And-
Way
and
too
I
much. Way too
think-
many trailers too.
And I think that really hit on me being like, maybe the movie went too fast, but I didn't really get pulled in, and I think it was because they were going too fast. They were trying to cover a lot, but I was just whelmed at like at the big reveals or like the turning points, things like that.
Yeah.
But it was because of the trailers. Like
Yeah.
I watched all of them. So
Yeah. No,
and,
yeah.
and then when Feige said that too, once I saw that, I was like, shit. Like I really hope he's not right, and I think he was right.
Mm.
But so that's why I was pretty whelmed with this movie. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great, but I'm gonna rate it 7.2.
Oh, sevens. Damn.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll go next because I'm kind of in the same ballpark, dude. And I saw this twice. 'Cause I was thinking, he's like, all right, here. I felt kind of weird coming out of the theater the first time because I was in the same boat that I watched every single trailer, every teaser, because I was pumped for this movie, dude. I couldn't wait for it. And I don't know that like we did see a lot in the trailers, but also I just would have liked to see more universes kind of dived into. Like we really only got 3, and I thought we were gonna get like a lot more Doctor Stranges. Cause like I thought the zombie Doctor Strange was pretty wild, totally out of left field. I thought it was cool, but like, give me a little more than that. Cause I thought there was gonna be like a whole like 3 or 4 Doctor Stranges like pull up at the end to like band together to like take out this crazy witch and stuff. I thought that was gonna kind of happen, but we didn't really get that. And then with that like get some cool ass kind of magic, like them combining their magics and stuff like that. But like I think that was me like seeing the trailers and like thought that was the tip of the iceberg, and then like we were gonna get a lot more after that. But it just seems like trailers were the movie, and like I felt like I was kind of robbed from all those like big reveals and stuff too.
I don't think that they should have said the Illuminati part where what's his name.
I think that
Yeah,
was
like
one of
in
the
the
biggest
trailers.
mistakes that they should
Like
not
in the
have done.
trailers,
They
they
should
should've
not
said
have
that.
done that. I don't know
And,
why
and
they
also
did.
the side of
Like, let us keep
Professor X
inferring.
like
Chair.
They
the
should have
back
picked
of his
somebody
head,
more
plus
obvious.
his chair,
Or
plus his voice.
they
put his voice.
Carter, Captain
Yeah.
Carter. We've already seen her.
Uh-huh.
Dude. Like, don't
Yeah.
make it more of a surprise. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, give us somebody we've already seen.
Because that's a big
and
reveal.
then, like, blow our minds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
you
a
know?
big reveal, dude.
Yeah.
And like that was like probably one of the vocal points like of the trailers.
Yes.
One of the biggest, for sure,
Yeah.
was the Illuminati, I think. Top 3 parts of this
Yeah.
movie
Yeah,
was
like
the
that was a
Illuminati.
pull that it was like they kept saying it during all these teasers, during all these trailers and stuff like that. And like I feel like that took away, and like
That was a big mistake.
and like I wasn't pulled in either too.
Yeah.
But I'm in the mid 7s though, dude. Like I'm like a 7.4, but it's like they gave us too much kind of going in. But it's like I don't think it was a bad movie though, because I thought it was really cool that they took it a different direction, and that they tried new things and stuff. But I just kind of wish we got a little more madness in the multiverse.
Just by diving in.
10 minutes.
Yeah, no,
give me 10 more minutes.
Yeah, like 10 more minutes. Like give me like
minutes,
like 2 more Doctor Stranges. Let's get crazy with it. But they just kind of focus on like the 3 universes. I don't know. I feel like they could have gone a little deeper.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of like the opposite. Seeing as that they kept releasing trailers, I just stopped watching them.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
watch
it
it.
was just
That's
like-
what I usually do too,
Well,
but I don't know why for this one. I
Yeah,
just
no, I
couldn't watch
didn't
them.
like. I was very disciplined, so like every time a new trailer dropped, I was like, okay, and then I just kind of like moved on. I didn't watch it at all, so I actually genuinely didn't feel like I was robbed from the experience of the movie. I thought it was good, very different than any of the movies we gotten because, I mean, for the past 24 movies, it's been a lot of the same concept. They're just like superhero, like.
Like this time
Yeah.
around, Wanda was like really all the way, almost genuinely right. You
But-
know, besides
yeah,
like the Wanda
But
more
and that's why I think this
Yeah.
movie is a lot better than I think what people went in to go watch because like every single movie is the same exact thing. Like good guy, bad guy gets introduced, loses, finds a way to like beat bad guy, wins. It's literal the script for every single thing, and I think this one did a good job of showing a loved character turn, which is like something different, and the way Sam Raimi made it, I think it worked well. I don't know what they cut, that like other 40 minutes of cut time. I have no idea what it was. I don't know how it affected the movie. But I also didn't see it a second time. I need to see it a second time, so I don't have like an official rate because I'm telling you, the beginning I didn't like enjoy it because my stomach was literally just hurting the whole time. So a lot of times I was like just trying not to shit myself. But like I said, I think emotionally they do well. Action-wise, they do well. There were some cringy lines, but I was the same way as Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man had a lot of cringy-ass lines, too, so I won't deduct too much from that. I would probably... I don't know. I think I still like the first one a little bit better. I don't know yet. I'm not too sure, but then again, I also think differently because I think Homecoming is like one of the best Spider-Mans out of the 3, so I have to probably throw this one at around 8... God, this one's difficult. I'm gonna go 8-4.
Okay.
Yeah.
no,
I need to watch it again.
Because I was thinking about it too, and like I just watched the first Doctor Strange again, and I put that like 8.4, and like then I was thinking it's like, I don't think that this one's like so much better, but it's like it's not like a bad movie though, but it's like it's not better than the first one to me.
Yeah.
So that's why it's in the 7s for me.
I think it's really hard. I'll go next. I think my favorite was Wanda. Also, I think Wanda stole the show.
Oh yeah.
This time she was unreal. I think Sleeper though, I think America Chavez did pretty well. I think she is going to be prominent, especially in the future. You know, they're going to obviously make her a big character in the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
So this being her debut, I think she was very relatable. She definitely had cringy lines. Don't get me wrong. But that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what she's going to do continuing on. That being said, man, I don't know, this movie, more than anything, I think what's going to give it its edge above all, you know, a lot of other movies, especially in the MCU, is that it's very different.
Yes.
Shot very different. The music is very different. It's very emotional. You know, I mean, a lot of them are, but this one, I would say more than anything, cinematically, it's different. Cinematography wise, it's, you know, different.
Yes.
The angles
Right.
more than anything, the way the camera moves, like even one of the most different shots which we've never seen was when Wanda was getting surrounded by all of those like spirit creatures and like we see the camera kind of like, you know, panning around her and she's like swiping away like flies at them, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, stuff like that like made it very memorable for me.
Right.
And that being said, definitely the story was far out. I think it could have been crazier. I think it could have, you know,
For
gone
sure.
off. But I think also they probably put a little bit of a leash, or at least, you know,
they put a
a
collar
muzzle
on there.
on Sam Raimi with those 40 minutes, you know, whatever, because, you know,
but-
we mentioned it last week. There was news that the runtime was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and they cut it down to just 2 hours.
Yeah. That's a lot of cut time.
Yeah, so I think it was probably a lot crazier, and I feel like they would probably muted it.
And not only that, but like to try and make a movie like this to be scary under the Disney Marvel label.
Yeah, I
is
think there was
too
a lot of
difficult.
edits there too.
It's hard.
But they did a lot of creepy good stuff
Yeah,
with
they
what
did.
they did have.
The way
so
she walked, I
I
was like,
still
"Ugh,
think they
gross,
did
get
well.
away from me."
That being said, I think I'm gonna meet right in the middle between all of you guys. I think this movie falls between an 8-2 for me. This movie was solid. I still do personally like the first one a little bit more. Like, that story was great. I think the story of Doctor Strange, and I feel like like this was more focused on, you know, it was hard to really focus on Doctor Strange on this one, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of sad because, like, the biggest progression that Doctor Strange got in this one was the whole, like, mainly, well, obviously, like, you know, his own, like, getting over his own kind of deals and, you know, defending others, was the Palmer stuff, you know, him and Dr. Palmer, and that was a side story, you know, like, sadly, it was a side, you know, kind of a side thing.
It was all Wanda and America Chavez.
Yeah, a lot of it was, you know. So it's kind of meh that he had to share a lot of the, you know, main plotline story, emotional stuff with, you know, a lot of the other characters. So I think that's why, you know, I wouldn't rank it as high as the first one. But that being said, this movie will stand out among the rest, and it's going to be very different. It's the music, like I said, is going to kill it. So unreal.
Super unique. Yeah.
A2.
Yeah, sure. but the producing team and the advertising team, like, dude, like, they were big talking the shit out of this movie, and it's like it gave it a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And it's like people have seen it, like these movies get past that, like, badass hype and all that. Like, they've done it so many times, and I thought that was gonna be one of these times, but for me it didn't feel that way.
Yeah. Do you think this movie lived up to the hype? All you guys?
I think it was overhyped. But I think it was
yeah.
The thing
I
it
think was overhyped.
It was overhyped, and you guys are 1,000,000% right with the trailers. There's so many, too many TV spots. Like I tuned myself out of all of them.
There was like 30, 20 minute, 20-second ones too. 30 second.
Yeah.
So
why?
but yeah, so I thought I don't know if it necessarily lived up to the hype because it was overhyped, but like objectively looking at the movie, it was a like Raimi masterpiece. If you've like ever watched any of like his other stuff, it was a Raimi masterpiece. The story itself was good. I feel like Doctor Strange himself did have good growth out of it, along like obviously with Wanda and America and everyone like that. The story itself was like really like interesting. Everyone that's like arguing about like, oh, they just undid everything they did in WandaVision. No, you're like not looking at it. Like in WandaVision, she was getting over her grief about Vision. And in this one, she's like actively seeking out her kids. It's like way two different things. But the story itself was really good. I think the story itself was like, it's fine if I'm on the hot seat. The story itself was better than No Way Home story. Like, it was a better story. Like, than No Way Home. Like, it had more stake than No Way Home did.
It had more...
No Way Home was about a high school kid that fucked up.
Stake?
It was about a high school kid that fucked up. What are you talking about? If Scarlet Witch gets America Chavez, like, then the universe is over.
But also what, like, Peter Parker did, like, or, like... Because all these, like, villains, like coming in, like, that's an incursion because itself too, so it's practically like the same thing.
Yeah, but like, one is because you have an evil being who wants to like reunite with her kids and destroy essentially another universe's Wanda to do that, and you have like the protectors of the multiverse saying like we cannot allow you to do that. One is like I fucked up, my friends like are suffering the repercussions. I need to like magic this thing, and then we fuck that up.
I think both of those are like selfish things though, coming from those characters. Yeah. It's like because what Peter Parker did was like trying to do something good for his friends and stuff. Fucked it up, tried to magic it out, didn't work.
And then also like Wanda was looking
Scarlet Witch
for kids that weren't real though.
Like she was
in
trying
her
to
universe.
look for kids that she didn't.
They're real in other universes.
Yeah, but they weren't hers. Like in this one,
sad
enough.
She didn't know that until she got the Darkhold though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm not disagreeing that it's. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not selfish. It's
so
super
I just think
selfish.
both are. Like,
it's just that like
I would argue that they could be the same stakes, but I don't think these stakes were greater than the ones.
I think everything that Marvel does now, well, not like almost everything, but it's just like, it's not world ending, but it's just like.
I think in a sense of the world being a complete mess, the stakes were higher in this one because of the abilities that Wanda had.
Yeah.
Like, just purely based on that, like, the other one was a mess because, like, oh, well, like, if they all ended up in the same universe, like, yeah, it would have been a mess. But they, like, Wanda could have literally just deleted shit. You know,
yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah,
you know, when you think about it.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, the stakes were higher, but I feel like this one was also, you know, just for the average fan. Like, I think both of them are for both, like...
Yeah.
the comic people. You know what I mean?
Yes,
These are for
agreed.
both like hero people. These are for very the close knit community that are deeply into this shit. You know what I mean? Like these are all of us for fans for sure.
Yeah.
This isn't your average, you know.
It's
like,
not.
This isn't
is
your Captain America First Avenger.
This is where
like,
a
not
lot
just
of the
anybody can watch it and
casuals.
get into it.
Yeah.
This is where the casuals
So-
are really gonna start to fall off.
Based on this point going forward, we're gonna continue on, and I don't know. I think we're gonna reach a weird space where like it's gonna be very niche. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing, it's gonna be very like you pick and choose what you want and what you're cool with. Because completely based on this one, this was niche. This was very like cult. I would consider this one. I think this one's gonna be a cult classic.
It's gonna be close to a cult classic.
It will be. I think it will be. I think a lot of Marvel fans are gonna trash on it, and it's gonna be a cult classic for other Marvel fans. So that being said, and I don't know, wild movie, and this definitely, like I said, set up the future. I think that was the biggest point of this one is.
Which is kind of cool to watch because Strange was supposed to be the first character of it, but they decided to bench him and put in Iron Man because they knew it wouldn't be successful if they started with Strange. So now that he's actually in that position where he's starting like the next phase, is kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah.
But all right, so that closes us off for our mom, Doctor Strange.
A lot of moms in it
Multiverse
too.
of Madness.
America Chavez had two. Elizabeth Olsen was
Dude, there were
the
a lot of
mom.
moms in that.
She's the mom.
There was two Elizabeth Olsen.
There was two
Elizabeth Olsen, so double mom.
Captain Carter is mommy.
Yeah.
A lot of moms in this.
A lot of moms in this.
Captain
movie.
Marvel?
She's pretty cool.
No,
she's a mom.
She was mean.
She's
as a
like
mom. She is a mom.
She's
She's
like
the mom
a
of
mother.
Photon.
A
Yeah.
mother. Yeah.
She's a mother.
Yeah,
She's a mother.
She's a mother.
Yeah. So.
But all right,
lot of
so that's
moms.
gonna close us off for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Last but not least, homework. John's homework.
Ooh, crazy
Dive
land.
into some more
Multiverse
multiverse
of
of
Madness.
madness.
Crazy
A little
land.
more madness. But yeah, no. So this one was Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yes.
And this one
Straight
came out
into
like
spoilers? Been out for a while now.
straight into spoilers. Yeah, because this
Been
one's
for
been
a
out
month.
since March.
Almost, yeah.
But,
Oh, really?
Damn.
At first, yeah,
I didn't
no,
think it
and
was that
like
long.
and like
Yeah,
then
wow.
and like then they finally like put it out to like.
Oh yeah, because it
every
wasn't
theater.
everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it wasn't every. Well, I
But
mean,
all
it-
at once?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like everywhere.
But not all
and-
at once.
It was like a
No,
limited,
but not all
limited
at
in,
once.
in certain.
But now
places.
all at
now
once.
it's all at once.
Now it's all at once.
But it's
But-
yeah.
But yeah, no,
That's so fucking
like just kind
annoying.
of starting off just
It's so fucking.
just
like I'm thinking about the hot dog scene. I'm
just like give me your like. What'd you guys expect like going into this movie?
Dude, I didn't
Because
expect anything.
because
I had no idea
what
what
I
it was.
expected
I knew it was
did
gonna
not
be multiverse.
Yeah, I knew it was a
align
multiverse
with
movie.
like what was going on.
All
What
I have
kind
to
of-
say is I did not expect it to be that good. Because it was crazy. It was nuts. It was in the
It was
beginning. It just
outrageous,
seemed
dude.
Yeah.
whack. Like it seemed boring to
Yeah.
me. And then it turned, and the movie was insanely awesome. In my opinion, I think in the best and worst ways. Like it literally has the best of both worlds, like good and bad, like raunchy and like clean and like everything in between.
Just
like
like things that don't
literally,
make sense.
yeah,
No,
literally.
there was everything.
So that's
Yeah.
why
There was
you know,
everything in this
But
movie.
it,
Yeah.
but it's because a lot of things didn't make sense and it makes sense and you're
Yeah,
like,
and they
what the
used
fuck,
everything.
Yeah.
They used
What?
almost every aspect of different things. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
It was. I knew it was gonna be a multiversal movie. I thought it was gonna be a lot more tame
I didn't think so.
than what it was. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot
I didn't
more.
think it
Same,
was gonna be
yeah,
as
like-
crazy,
like-
I would say. I knew it was gonna
yeah,
be crazy, but
like-
not that crazy.
Yeah,
So out
like,
of pocket.
Yeah, I
kind
knew
of
it'd be
thing? Yeah.
crazy, but I thought it would be like. I legit like went into this thinking like, cause you know Evelyn is like the main character off the rip. So I thought it'd be like her like figuring out like from the multiverse how to like live her life on Earth and how to like better her life. Literally like throw that out the window after like half hour.
And
Yeah,
especially,
no, 'cause,
especially
like,
go on.
No, but like for me going into this one, because I thought it was gonna do something with the multiverse, but it was like I just didn't know what was gonna happen with the multiverse because like a quick little like brief info like about this movie, like it's about a lady and like her family that's got like a business that's like going down the hole and like she's just trying to go and do her taxes. And then that's when it gets crazy from there. That's literally when it
also,
gets
like,
crazy from there.
Realize that it's like that like real like the version of her that we were focusing on was in that office building, like almost
and
the
so-
entire movie.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna bring
Yeah.
up. because-
95% of the movie.
Yeah.
So the studio that made this is
It was in that office
A24.
building.
A24 is known for making very low budget, sort of indie-ish feeling movies. Also
I
very
think even horror
horror,
too.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very
I
horror
think they made
based.
The Vitch.
And so this one, honestly, I was very surprised at how this movie felt because it The Office, it obviously did focus on The Office for a lot of it, but just because of that, it did not feel low budget. Dude.
No, it didn't.
But you know what though?
No,
They
it
did
didn't.
have some heavy hitters directing because the Russos helped.
Oh,
and it did ooze that at points.
Yeah, no, it
With
did.
the colors.
I think it's so
I felt
cool
the vibes.
though. I think it's so cool the way like filmmakers like challenge themselves like that, where it's like we literally made Avengers Endgame like we want to go with this small little company.
And then like do something crazy.
It's so sick, dude. It's so cool.
Because it's crazy too. Because like it basically gets crazy when she's like at the office trying to do her taxes, and then like then there's this like interdimensional rupture that like fucks with reality. And then that's where all this stuff starts, and then like her, like boy, like gets like, or no, there's a different universe of this guy jumps in, starts telling her all this crazy shit, and then they're verse jumping, and like
they called it right, verse jumping.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, what'd you guys think about this whole like concept of like they weren't physically like jumping through like different dimensions, but like through their minds and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like a link. Wasn't it like a link?
Yeah, it was like a link. Yeah.
I think the way they explained it was
that
they had
it's
to
a link
trigger
it
a specific ability or event that they did in that life.
Yeah.
Which connected like their minds. You know what I mean? Like
and
doing
then, and plus they had to like
whatever. That's when they
initiate it by doing like some weird out of pocket thing.
Whatever it may be,
So
whether it be
yeah.
kissing a nose
I
or
didn't
confessing
like
your
that.
love. Or
I
But
did
it's
not
also
like
like.
I think it's an interesting aspect. I think it's cool. It makes it different.
It was like a totally different
It's so
concept.
sick.
To like
It's
jump
something
in.
you wouldn't even expect.
Exactly,
I mean, obviously,
yeah.
like jumping.
No,
like that.
well, exactly, yeah. Because
But
like
they took it to the
as this
extreme with it.
keeps going, like what these characters have to do to like jump into the, like
These
their
bonds.
different like versions of themselves gets crazier and crazier.
And for those of you who haven't seen it, and the reason why they do so is because in the different multiverse versions of themselves, they have like abilities that other versions don't. Like one's good at kung fu, or one's good at like cooking, like really good at cooking, and one's good at singing. Yeah. So like she tries to harness that ability by connecting her mind. Yeah, through those multiverses. So go on.
But no,
I forgot about the pinky strength. Yeah.
Pinky strength, the foot ability. Well, the pinky strength is different.
Well,
from
also,
like that
shout
was
out-
gonna be my other question of like which like kind of universe like did you guys kind of like or like thought was a weird?
Dude,
The Rock verse,
the
dude.
Ratatouille one was hilarious. I mean the
Ratatouille.
the Ratatouille.
Awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
That was my number one. That was my
That's
number
my
one.
favorite.
That
They
was
have to
funny.
get permission, right? Like they have to, right?
No, not for that.
No,
Ratatouille?
yeah,
No way.
Why?
That's a free concept.
How is that a free concept?
It's a raccoon.
Controlling
You're
somebody
taking one
doing
person.
hibachi.
It's not. I don't
And
think
it's not
that's
a French
free concept.
restaurant, and it's a Japanese, and it's.
I don't know, I think
different-
that's
it's
so
too,
close.
It's too different.
I thought
It's
it
like
was
a
so
raccoon,
funny.
but
It is
like with a
funny, but I
thick
feel
New
like
York
you
accent.
100% had, yeah.
Plus, I love how giant it was. There's like no way it fits under the hat.
Under that hat, like it was just like, yeah, you knew it was just
But
so.
I don't. What is it really though? Because like, doesn't they also mention Ratatouille in the movie? Doesn't
The daughter mentions it early, which is something I loved about this film.
I think they probably did just
Objects
got
and
like a heads
things
up.
got mentioned early, and you were like,
Oh, but
you literally didn't think two things
Yeah,
of it,
two things
and then
of
they
it.
become crucial like objects
deals,
or
yeah.
things like
Yeah.
later in the movie. later.
Important, yeah.
Yeah,
And like
legitimate things.
and then like briefly kind of like just like getting your guys' thoughts on like the way the story moved, because like this was a very different kind of roller coaster.
Oh,
like
I wanna say-
there was like 1,000 kind of loop-de-loops,
I want to say.
corkscrews.
I think the building of it was
Dildos.
one of the best
Dildos.
part of this
Yes.
story
Mm-hmm.
because we learn as Evelyn learns.
Yes.
And it built on top of itself over and over again. So keep
Yeah.
in mind, so we had to build and learn this relationship of the family.
Yeah.
The dynamic, how that worked. Then we had to learn about the issue, the laundromat's doing shitty, right?
And then back to the family.
It's this multiverse thing, right?
Yeah.
That all of a sudden, like, okay, the husband has this multiverse thing, okay, he has these abilities, okay. Now that we have this multiverse thing, now I'm in control of all of them, you know, like,
Yeah.
or like I can see all of them at least, like I can see
But
all of
like
them. And now from seeing all of them, I can do these things. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
like slowly built,
No,
up,
and
and then
like-
it got to the point where she can make things appear out of nowhere, or like
Yeah.
create things.
Yeah, no,
So
and-
like it did such a good job of like we learned with her, like
Yeah.
of
It
building.
was like
on top of
stressful as
stuff.
fuck.
No,
Yeah,
and, like that
it
was
was,
like the
yeah.
cool thing too, because I felt like they would give us a foundation and then give us
Take
some
it
more,
back.
and then foundation again, and they give us some more foundation.
Yeah.
Like they were bricklaying. Yeah, no, and
a
like
lot of
smooth
bricks.
and quick.
and they were laying a lot of bricks, and like going
Fortress,
into that like ability that she finally learned about, like just like bringing things out of thin air. Like there was like the bad guy in all this, and it turned out to be her daughter, but from a different like dimension and stuff. She was strong as shit.
From the Alpha,
Yeah.
technically, right? That's
What was
The
the daughter's
Alphaverse,
name?
The Alphaverse.
right? Yeah, like she was
What's
from
the
Joy.
daughter's name? Joy.
Joy. Yeah, no, but like she was doing some crazy
What's
shit.
her name again? The other one?
Oh, Jubu Tabaki.
Tabaki.
Yeah.
Jobu.
Jobu.
Jobu Tabaki.
Teriyaki.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and then like that character, cause like I didn't kind of like that daughter at first, but like after kind of seeing what she turns into,
Yeah.
like I started to like kind of be more
Understand
fond of her.
I felt
yeah, like,
bad
understand.
because like she just wanted to like
Be accepted.
be accepted by her family and like be like, hey, like this is my girlfriend and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, it felt so much like real life, like because she wanted that, but then like her parents could not give two shits. Like the mom actually didn't really care. Like all that
yeah.
much, but she like
Yeah.
literally couldn't give her the attention and like the stuff that she needed. Like she couldn't be a mom to her about it because like her business is literally just like crumbling. So it just felt like real life, and you had that like real life like stress.
Yeah, like
I
she
know.
just
Almost
that
give a fuck about
anxiety
her
of
daughter's
like just
priorities.
so much going on.
It's like
just
bills,
like- yeah.
bills, family shit.
Dude, when
bills,
they had the
and then, like, other
taxes
shit,
or
yeah.
the receipts laid out, you were like
This is a
this
mess.
clutter is
Dealing
like
with this
bothering me.
relationship too,
They're
because like that's
cooking.
on
And
the
then
rocks.
divorce, the divorce
like,
papers
like,
when they
that's
get
on the
revealed.
rocks.
Dude, I was like,
Yeah,
ooh.
and like they're about to lose
Wow.
their business,
So,
taxes. Yeah,
The divorce wasn't like he wasn't actually divorcing her. It was just kind of like
He was barely filing it.
no, but
No,
like
I don't even think he was gonna actually
no, it
do
was.
it.
He was
I
just
think
gonna
he was
use
gonna
it as like a
propose
tactic,
it.
right?
I think
Yeah.
he was gonna say it so that it like re-sparks like a last ditch effort. Like fuck, like we can't do this.
Yeah,
Like,
because that guy was like
Raymond or whatever.
Wayman.
But you know what's
so
funny?
so
Awesome.
wholesome.
I love
dude.
him. dude.
Yeah, that-
He was-
that guy was
he
my
was a good
favorite.
guy.
He's my
But you know what's
favorite,
funny
too.
too
He's
is
my
that like I think it's hilarious that so the Evelyn they focus on is the literal worst Evelyn ever out of
Yeah,
all the
for-
Evelyns.
Yeah,
and
and
then
like,
there's
so-
a rock verse.
Yeah, but that was my favorite verse actually.
no,
But,
it's so funny.
but I think it's
that
funny
Evelyn
that
is still worse than the
because
rock.
she's
Yeah.
like no like. There has to be other Evelyns that are worse, and he's like, no, you're literally the worst one. So every branch you create, they're automatically better than you are.
Yeah, it's
But-
like you never got good at
That-
anything. So
yeah.
like, you, but I like the fact that they were like, you can be good at anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have
But-
that possibility.
but did you
But it's
notice-
like
I also thought this movie was like
She-
bluntly funny.
she gave up
Oh,
on
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah.
But because like they like kind of talk about it like as they're doing their like taxes and stuff, that it's like, oh well, like I do this, I do that,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
this, but it's like you don't really do this. Like you kind of do it, but it was like that was the
You
whole
even do
thing
karaoke,
too. That
it's
it
a
was
hobby,
like she
you know?
quit everything.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
she couldn't give her full self to like
One thing.
anything
Mhm.
or to like
Yeah.
just one thing
And
or
it's
everything.
funny. It's funny
All at
though
once.
that
What?
the only universe that they don't end up together, they thrive like completely.
But
Yeah.
not just that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they so like deeply crave,
Crave one
each
another.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one
Yeah.
thing that they never gave each other. You know
And
what
then
I mean?
like
Yeah.
So,
and
I
then
don't
that's
know,
what
it's awesome.
like the guy was talking about too, that it's like we're both like super famous and stuff, like we're
Mhm.
doing our own thing, but I would rather take doing laundry with you,
Yeah,
like
bullshit.
doing like a
Yeah.
bullshit
Like,
business.
live in a failing laundromat
Yeah.
than be completely successful.
Yeah.
And, like, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, like, and it was like that was like her worst kind of self too. But kind of wrapping up too because we're freaking
Over.
burning on time. But
Great
just
movie.
kind of give me your guys' like favorite scene and then quick rate.
Fuck, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some good ones. There's some bad
But like,
ones.
but
Oh,
there's
visual-
some good
but
ones.
like, but there's some like visually like pleasing
I know, and
ones,
that's
too.
why I don't know if I want to go
Yeah.
like visual or if I want to go like story
Meaningful,
meaning. Yeah, like
yeah.
because there's some fucking good ass.
Because you could really go either way. Now I'm thinking about it more. Like,
Fuck, I don't know what I want.
I'll kick it off.
Do you know?
I think.
Yeah, you know?
Well, let's go visually and then like.
Yeah,
kinda,
and,
like,
okay.
and then like something
I-
meaningful.
I think
Yeah.
visually, one of my favorite scenes was when she meets up with Evelyn and they have like. I mean, Evelyn and Joy are meeting up in front of like in the white room
Yeah.
in front of the everything bagel,
Which I
and
hated.
and
I hated that
I think it was
thing.
funny.
I hated
It was
Yeah.
cute, like
But
Not
it's
so
cool
serious.
because
Yeah, it's
also like before you
really-
find out that that's the black hole, they're eating everything bagels.
mhm.
Like when they're hiding from, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the
But,
other crazy. I'll let save it for.
Yeah.
But I think when we saw all the different versions of Evelyn, when she was like bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and like you see like a scary version of her, like a skull version or another version of like, and all that stuff,
like different, like totally different beings. And stuff,
yeah, I think visually, like I was like, damn, like they really put a lot of stuff, into this and made it look high quality. And I think one of my other favorite scenes was finally like kind of acceptance scene, like even after all the bullshit, even after like Evelyn like almost took this route of like complete destruction of like, fuck this, like I'm gonna sign the divorce, like I'm gonna break the windows, like I'm gonna in this other universe, like I'm gonna reveal the what's it called?
She just walks by.
I know, like she goes, she goes on that like vendetta against everything, finally, and she's like, I'm done. But then like she still kind of even has that last moment of like, no, well, like I can still like even change again, like and look at the right thing and do the right thing still. Like that was awesome, dude. I really like that.
Yeah,
even after fucking doubling back, you can still double back.
Yeah, no.
I love that. That was great.
Oh, and
rate. Dude, I'm gonna go high.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Like
dude.
this
I thought
one.
it was
and especially again like these movies that like subvert my expectations like that. They always rank high for me, and I honestly would watch this again. Like, I really would.
I kind of want to, yeah.
It's not on my, like, do not watch list again, but, like, I will watch this movie again if I'm showing it to another person.
Yeah.
But,
okay. Yeah.
I would give this, I'm going to give this a very high rate. I'm going to go 9.2 on this. I think this was awesome, a great movie, very well shot, considering it's almost an indie movie with, not super very well-known actors or actresses at that.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Besides her, she was
reason.
amazing. She's still a great role.
Like, a
weenie
sumo
lover
wrestler person
and a weenie lover,
or like a
dude. When
WWE
she put her
star.
head through the wall,
Yeah.
dude, I was dying.
Dude, that was very funny.
I was laughing really hard. But this movie had everything: emotion. It made me laugh. It made me like genuinely like almost like pretty much tear up at one point. And I don't know. I loved it. 9.2. I think it was great. Great movie.
Nice.
I was very surprised.
So I'll go next. So the visually one was any time I think it was when she mastered the verse jumping, when it showed her looking at all her different realities.
A little piñata when he was
and
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was just crazy, like her thinking about all the avenues that could have went her way and stuff like that. Any time that they did that, like kind of flashing through scene,
the mirrors,
like
stuff.
shuttering.
when they did the
was
taxes and then the slash, it was like, oh, I put it here, like it was so simple.
Those were always
because it was also like it was like she was like kind of fighting Joy at that point too, and like they were fighting through different dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was really
and
cool.
then probably my favorite moment was probably when she first kind of unlocked it and like that music started to play. Like it still goes all slow mo and she unlocks like the kung fu one.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite one. And then I really like this movie and I thought it was really cool, like a movie where every little thing comes full circle.
Yeah.
Everything mattered.
Like everything mattered. To the hot dog fingers.
Yeah.
I hated that.
There was talk about hot dog fingers.
There was some.
I hated.
There was
that
some
game.
significance to the hot dog
Cool.
finger. Like
the fact that
really.
she still used her feet from the hot dog universe, like I was like, damn, like even that.
But I thought it was so funny
from
that,
the
like,
relationship,
that
like
she was in like a thing
crazy.
with the
with
tax
her
lady,
of all
with,
people,
Jamie Lee Curtis and
but
stuff.
like it just
and
so
then she
happened.
was playing the piano with her toes.
No, but then she's like trying to caress her face and she's using her.
because she
she's
still
going
uses her
like
weenie
some-
hands. So
Dude, those fingers gross me out.
They put like a
Yeah,
bad
they're
taste
so-
in my mouth.
They were
I
so
think it was-
unsettling. Yeah,
I think it was
but
just
they were
weird because
funny.
like I couldn't tell if they were trying to bite it or suck on them. Because they were like they would have them. They go.
And then during the movie, and then like during the movie, like they were getting all like close to each other and stuff, and then something was happening with the hot dog fingers, and then they started spewing fucking ketchup
Mustard,
and
yeah,
ketchup
disgusting.
and mustard was just everywhere. Like at some point, I was like,
That's
oh,
funny.
I think that was
what
like
the
Prince
fuck
and
is
I,
going on?
right? That they're watching.
Yeah, no.
And I was like,
God.
oh, dude,
We need
why?
lovers.
Why do that to
Yeah.
us?
But no, yeah, I'm also high on this movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was just like outrageous, but like it was just something I've never seen before. And I like the way it was shot, and I like the way the story was told. So I'm gonna be a flat 9. A flat 9.
Visually, it's kind of hard, I guess, because I do like that like white place that they are at. As well as I kind of like the rock verse. I don't know why. I thought that was kind of cool.
No,
Dude, and it was so quiet.
I thought it
dead
was
silent,
visually
just,
like,
like,
Which was
talking.
different. Which was so different from the
Wasn't
movie.
it? Like,
but
yeah,
also,
quiet.
like peaceful. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, just
Well,
sitting there and it suddenly just got quiet.
And I love
Dead
that they're
silent.
not.
I was like,
They're not. You're not hearing their voices narrate
Yeah,
what they're
just the
saying.
words.
It's just the
Yeah.
words. Because I was like,
That's
"Thank you." Like
Yeah.
I need silence after what I just watched.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're,
know.
they're
It's a
rocks
great
talking
way to
each
make
other.
Yeah.
I have rocks
I think that
talking
was
each other
awesome.
on the screen.
Yeah.
So plus I also like that because she's like, why are we just rocks? And then like Joy's like, oh, like humans, like the right things didn't happen to where humans were created. So like just rocks.
and then
Like,
she
so-
even says like, it doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter. And she's
Yeah.
like, my fucking head hurts. She's like, hey, don't curse. And she's
Yeah.
like, who cares?
But
And
then-
she's like, oh yeah.
But then she turns around with like the googly eyes. She's
That
like,
was
"Oh my God."
hilarious.
She's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Such a
Yeah,
good,
no.
such a strong moment from such a small thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the
Yeah.
beginning, she's like taking
Because-
him off the
yeah.
bags and all pissed off.
But that was
Awesome.
probably visually that was cool. I guess my favorite moment is when both of them are stupid successful, but like still broken. Like that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because even though like he's super successful, he's like, I would much rather just be in a laundromat with you. I mean, like we get so caught up in life chasing success that we realize that the most important things are like the moments we have with people and like just in general. So I thought that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
But there were some things that just like the bloody dildos. I was not okay with that. Like
Oh,
That was
Like-
funny the way the guy looked at that one trophy. He was like,
yeah.
and they were like,
And he's, like, taking off
unbuttoning
his
their
pants.
pants.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
fucking
no
trophy.
way.
So
Like,
there were
taking
some
on my
scenes
ass.
that I was kind of like the hot dog fingers grossed me out. The butt plugs, the bloody dildos, like all that was kind of like I just didn't care for it very much. Like I don't like the way they
thought
have
it
to
was
tap
so
into.
funny.
I don't like the way they have to tap into the other places. But oh
Yeah, tap
man,
There was a hammer too, dude. Like the guy put a hammer up his ass.
there was?
Yeah,
What?
I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
that
that
was-
part.
that was the second guy. That
no,
was.
that was like
It was a
trophy.
different
No, it was a
trophy.
bigger
It was a
trophy.
That was a
different
bigger trophy.
Yeah, it was a
That
bigger
was a
trophy.
hammer.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a bigger
Yeah.
trophy.
because it looked like the end of a mallet, and then like
Yeah,
wood
no, it
piece.
was a bigger trophy.
No,
He takes it
well-
out and you see it like it's like glimmering.
Bloody.
Not it, but like yeah.
but
And then that was through the
Let's go,
pants
let's
too.
do this
That
race.
was through the
It
pants.
was
Sure.
through the pants.
Let's see what
I
we-
think I'd rather it that way.
What's your rate?
but my rate, like I said, it didn't exceed my expectations because I literally had zero expectations for this movie. I had no idea what it was about. Literally right before the movie started, I looked at Nick. I was like, "What is this movie about?" And he said the multiverse, and I was like, "Wait."
He thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, "What?"
Shit.
So then when it happened, I was kind of like,
I didn't know
"Okay."
it was about
You're
either.
serious.
But I
That's
think
part of the reason why I like wanted to watch it too, because it
Yeah.
just felt like a big multiverse week.
okay, yeah. I didn't feel a lot of emotion really until the end of the movie. But I do think it was long as shit. I think it dragged in certain areas, but otherwise, like, pretty good for what they had. I don't think I'm gonna watch this again, but like, I don't put it low. I just kind of I'm gonna leave it at like a 7 flat because, like, this isn't a movie that I really want to see again, but it's not one that I hate. It was a good experience, but like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you go? You went, right?
Well,
I'll go last.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very wild. I knew it was gonna be about the multiverse. It definitely. I'm glad that it threw a different twist on it. You know, with like the technology and how they like have that like ability to do that. My favorite visual scene. I'm gonna agree with you. I think. Where it looks like the screen splits and you see her in 4 different ones like doing her taxes. I was like, that was actually like very, just like the way it looked was cool. And then emotional one, I'm actually going to agree with Dom. I
cool.
love that
Yeah.
scene.
That
dude.
was a great part. It's like raining. It's in like
Yeah.
the city.
And the thing
Yeah.
I love about them, like in that scene, is like obviously like the setting is like very like gloomy and stuff like that. Even though like she's in probably like a $5,000 dress, he's probably
Yeah.
in like a $2,000 suit. And like they don't look as run down from like you know how like in the
Yeah.
universe like it starts in, they look run the
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
down.
just
They look
fucking
like they went
tired,
through it.
yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
they
like
don't
3
look
hours
run
sleep.
down, but you know what? They still don't look like happy.
They're
Yeah.
emotionally run down.
Yeah, and you're like,
absolutely.
wow, like the just like that cat, like so I love when
That
film
is
does
true,
that.
like how they
Yeah.
capture the differance of that. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
Also,
Yeah.
shout
I
out to the
love-
Evelyn that literally just botched her eyes out with chopsticks.
Oh, that was
Congrats.
gross.
Oh my
yeah.
Shout out to the Evelyn that's just flipping that sweet ass sign, dude. Just
Oh yeah, just a pizza Evelyn, yeah. But yeah, so those are my two favorite scenes. But I agree with Dom in the sense that like, I just felt like they overdid it with some of the sexual exploits, and I get it, dude. Like, to each their own. Whatever, like, everyone, has their little thing, Not everyone's just a missionary king, Like, I get it, dude. But like,
Run
dude,
the mish.
yeah, but like with the dildos, with the butt plugs, and then they had that scene, that scene I actually thought was funny with like the submissive, and she's like spanking that dude. It was so like gosh, that one I actually thought was hilarious.
And like zooming on that guy's face, got like
Drool
drool.
But like, I just thought they went like a little too overboard with it, cause like they could have went. Like, I don't know. I thought they went a little too overboard with it. Like, trust me, like, I'm not a prude. Like, hey. But, yeah, bonk. Yeah, I've been bonked a lot of times on this pod. But, yeah, I don't know. Some things are just, like, really weird, really random. But I love the symbolism. I love the way they used objects as, like, precursors for messages later on. I'm kind of in the same boat with Dom. I will probably watch this movie when I'm gonna end up showing
somebody.
this.
It's like, hey,
yeah.
do you want to see a fucking movie?
Dude, I was sweating at points because I was stressed.
Really?
And I don't ever want to feel that again, bro.
Yeah,
like,
keep in mind that's how deeply invested you were. So
no, yeah. But I agree with that. But then like some things like I feel like just like were so off the rails. Like I don't know if I really want to like do that again. Like with the dildo, so weird.
With the dildo swords?
Yeah, dildo swords.
Yeah, that was
but
Those things are huge.
yeah, I will say that this is something
Way
I've
bigger
never
than
seen
normal,
before.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that was
Like way bigger.
6 feet.
like Saints Row kind of
Abnormal.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like abnormal.
That's abnormal.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
What
guys.
is this, Euphoria?
Girls don't exist.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go like somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna go like an 8.2. The story itself was so cool. The writing was very cool. But like some of the divergence, like I feel like kind of took away from aspects. The comedy didn't at all. But like some of the divergence did a little bit, and that's where I have the problem. Otherwise, it would have been within the 9s for me, like completely. Like it was really, really good.
Yeah.
The daughter was kind of weird too, up until the end.
I don't know, but that was one of the biggest things that I was like thinking back on it. That is like from the start of the movie, I was already like, oh, I'm gonna fucking hate her.
Yeah,
but
me
like
too.
by the end of it, I was like, I don't really or because I don't
You understand?
really like. She doesn't piss me off as bad as I thought I was gonna get pissed off, and I understand her now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like she contributed to the story so well too that it's like she's dealing with her own shit, but it's also like it's gotten so like interdimensional that it's like it's just like unravel this crazy crazy story. But
one of the most important lines that they say to each other is like, she's going out doing all these things, and Evelyn's like, well, you still looked for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's such a strong line.
It was,
It's
yeah.
like you could do anything. You literally have
Yeah.
any time to do anything, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you still came for me.
Mhm.
You know? So,
Exactly.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
No.
I don't know.
And
And,
poor
like-
Becky, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Just didn't deserve any of that.
Yeah.
She just got pulled into like the
Yeah.
craziness of everything.
She was getting dragged.
but
But-
it's like that contributes to like this whole movie too. That like I thought like this was able to like take itself seriously, but also not take itself
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
very
I think
seriously
that's
at
why-
all. And like that's really hard to do.
That's why I feel like they threw in such like occasionally like pretty explicit shit like the dildos
Yeah.
and stuff because like it's so heavy-handed with the
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Be heavy-handed with the
Yeah.
gratuitous shit
Yeah.
too. Fuck it,
Exactly. Yeah.
so-
No. But like this was a fucking roller coaster.
For sure.
Like it definitely made people cry. Definitely made them laugh. Feel something. Get attached to it. Feel this this kind of real life anxiety too, which is really tough for like a movie to do. But I don't know. I thought this was like a crazy, really good movie. It's in the 9s for me. I'm gonna go 9.4. I really like this movie. Yeah, no. It was insane though. Literally, parts didn't make sense to me, but like it did.
Did you see it with Heather? What did you see with?
I didn't know. I saw it like before the Penguins game, but she was already at work, so I just kind of squeezed it in. Yeah, no. But I'm gonna take her to watch
You
it.
should.
Yeah.
Really loved it. All right, but that was John's homework.
Yeah.
Very
Did you
interesting.
go?
Yeah.
You went.
Yeah.
It was a 9-2. But yeah, that was John's homework. So this week it's my homework. And so this week...
No, it's mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's mine.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Because we had to restart the order.
That's right.
I honestly, so I have a backup plan just in case it doesn't work. So because I don't know if it's unlocked for all of you. I don't know if there is even an unlock thing. But we're hopping back into Sea of Thieves and we're doing a tall tale called A Star's Thief.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's actually a really cool one. Truthfully, I did all the tall tales. But this one wasn't very long at all, and it just had some really cool visuals and aspects to it, just things that you do. So, and if you do get stuck on them, just look them up, and they'll tell you exactly what to do. But if it doesn't work and it's locked for some reason, I don't know if that actually happens, then my backup plan was just to watch the first episode of Bad Batch, since Kenobi's coming up, so I don't mind throwing some Star Wars.
And also, this is also in honor of Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Crazy trial so
hopefully
far.
soon beating out Amber Turd.
Yeah, crazy trial so far.
Amber Turd, that's good.
So, yeah.
Officially declared Amber Turd.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks for
Her
watching.
dog stepped on a bee.
You guys heard it?
Oh yeah.
Sea of Thieves or
Yeah.
episode 1
Of the
of
Bad
Oh,
Batch,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just
So-
because the episode was great.
Yeah, you guys heard it. But
Yeah,
alright, so now we're just missing our question this week. What's
Dom.
going to be our question
Hurry, give us a question.
for the podcast?
Quick.
Dude, I didn't even think of one because of all the multiverse shit.
Let's say,
so,
who did you really want to see in the Multiverse of Madness? Or what did you really want to see? What version of Strange did you want to see? What version of Wanda? Or anybody else? Any craziness?
Or
the
also,
stuff we talked about, like
yeah.
Iron Lad, or
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Or
You
also
know, what was something you were they were going to come for sure in the end?
for everything
Ooh.
everywhere all at once. How did you like that kind of multiverse theory compared to some of the ones we've already seen? Because this was very different. This was very different. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of interesting stuff involving Wanda as well. Some theories that Nick and I talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so that's gonna be it for our podcast this week. We did have a long one this week, but a lot to talk about. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week once again. Sea of Thieves, check it out, and we'll see you guys. Remember to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, on YouTube, and yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys
Bye.
for sticking for the bus and the boys talk.
Oh. Kill them.